Oh, really? We do have a community server. It's one of the benefits of being subbed is anytime I play a server-based thing on stream, we always make a community server as well. So that whatever I'm playing, you also get to play alongside. And we try to always do, if we can, the same mod packs and everything. Because, you know, when I'm playing on a server, a lot of people always be like, man, I want to do that. But they're like streamer servers. So I can't just be like, yeah, everyone get in here. So we always make ones that you guys can play too. And you can also join the book club. Though I don't think you need to be subbed to do that. I'm pretty sure that's just if you're in the Discord and you like click the right button, you're in the book club now. And you can join the book club. There is a book club. I've had it for a long time. It's pretty good. Batten runs it. Highly recommend. You know, before Vintage Story, before the server, I was like reading a lot more. Again. Doing like a daily amount, and then I started playing Vintage Story, and I was like, fuck these books, man. I'll come back. They're not going anywhere. I do love reading, but man, Vintage Story is right there. Dude, I saw, I never know the sample sizes whenever I see someone tweeting about how many kids are illiterate. It's always scary. They said like, I have no idea the sample size and who they polled and where they were, but they said 11%, 12%-ish of high school students were able to read through all the passages unassisted, like no guidance in their schooling. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like only 12% can do that shit unassisted? What? I think back to all the material from like high school and like that shit was easy, brother. Like, what do you mean? That's so bad. It's partially blame technology, but it also seems like a lot of it is because like there's so many requirements of teachers that they have to teach in ways that eat up time that they would want to spend on written and read stuff. So they have to do a lot of almost like role play scenarios, you know what I mean? They have to do a lot of exercises nowadays with new curriculum where they have to have the kids sit down and like be like, okay, you're this person, you're that person, you're in this scenario. Say what you would say, right? Which is really, really, really good for developing socially. And that's sort of a way to like counteract the way technology with a kid can make them antisocial, right? But then they also spend less time reading and writing because of that. And there's just not enough time in the day and the class sizes are too big that they can't like tailor stuff. You know what I mean? So I think like because of that, a lot of kids are just kind of falling through the cracks on reading. I remember sitting in a room in elementary school and reading a page of words and them telling me I was reading at a college level. Yeah, that shit is terrifying. I don't even know. I don't know. But like, you know, I was reading before I was in school. I was fully reading books, not like huge novels, obviously, but I was reading full books. And I remember getting to kindergarten, and I had already read The Boxcar Children. Okay? Which is like a full book for children. I had already read it, not 100% unassisted. Obviously, there were like words occasionally, but like, Mom, what is this? You know, whatever. But I feel like it's so, I don't know. I have like young cousins that are like 2 and they're reading. They're not reading like amazingly well, but they can read words. They're not reading whole novels, but like if you can get a kid reading words at 2.5, 3, they can read a small, short kids book by 5. Like that's just, you know? And I think if you can't assist them so much, you could definitely get them reading that by 1st grade, 2nd grade. By like 6, 7, 8 years old, they should be reading entire books, you know? So like, what the fuck? is going on, dude? Like, I don't think every kid has to be super advanced, but like, you should not be hitting middle school and not be reading books. It's not the kid's fault. It's never the kid's fault, you know? I don't know. I just saw that stat and I was like, what the fuck? I was crushing Hank the cow dog in kindergarten. Yes, right, brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think what we got to do is we got to start giving kids video games that require them to be able to read a bit to get through them. And then they'll all learn to read, because I'm going to be real with you. So many people in my family that grew up with video games became excellent readers because they were like, oh shit, I got to play Chrono Trigger. I don't know what's going on. I got to read. You know, like, I want to play Pokemon, but I don't understand what these people are saying. Gotta read the tooltip. We should just be giving kids like actual video games, and they will have a desire to read. You know? So many games that could do that. You said your mom's an English teacher, so you got force-fed books as a wee lad. Yeah. My mom was just very, like... She studied, psychology, and a lot of it was related to child psychology and stuff like that as well. And then she ended up pivoting and doing other STEM stuff, but that was kind of like always in the back of her mind, something she would have liked to get into, you know? She ended up not wanting to, like, she didn't want to be a teacher. She didn't want that kind of job, you know? But yeah, I remember like, she was always just highly interested in that. And I think that was why she was so anal about us all learning a certain way. Give the children of Dragon Quest 3. I remember playing Dragon Warrior. You remember Dragon Warrior, the US release of Dragon Quest? When they had I don't know why the fuck it had a different name, but it did. I remember playing that. And you really want to read when you play that. You really do. You learn to read English by playing WoW. Yeah, no, I think genuinely, like, put kids in MMOs. Put them on a WoW Classic server and play it with them. Play it with your kid. You know, obviously don't throw them on a server with adults and be like, have fun getting scammed, you know. But like, they're gonna want to know what the fuck is going on, and they're gonna be like, Dad, what is this word? And you'd be like, that's a dirk. What's a dirk? It's a type of dagger, as you can see by the picture, but you see the curvature of the blade, it's slightly different. That's why it's a dirk. It's from this place. You know what I mean? Like, every moment you play a game like that, there's a moment where you could teach them some shit. FF14 would be good. That's a lot of reading, though, and the reading has a lot of, like, period English. So you can't do that with, like, a young kid. But I don't know. I think like giving kids good video games would be so very much the way to get them doing shit. Like, I don't know. When someone hands their kid a fucking iPad and they watch YouTube slop, I'm like, why don't you just, like, if you're gonna do that, get them a Nintendo Switch and give them Donkey Kong. Because there's at least some substance. They're at least interacting with this digital environment instead of just sitting there and absorbing. They're like actually interacting with it. There's some reading to do. It's not all said to them. They have to read a little bit. It's still a fun game. And it's a lot easier to control what they're doing on a fucking Switch than it is on an iPad. You know? Give them Final Fantasy Tactics. Dude. Dude. They become a sociology expert. Oh man.
Pokemon Black and White taught me English, but it was also really rough. I didn't know how to save for a year, so I did
Oh.
endless speed
Oh
runs.
God. Oh God. That involves parental involvement. That's the second part of the root issue here. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, you should have you should have to get a license. I think this is what we should do. You can't stop people from having kids, okay? Without going and like force sterilizing people, which is crazy. So, what you do is you make them take a course. If they have a kid, they are forced to acquire a license that says they understand how to raise their kid. They go through some materials and acknowledge, like, yes, I don't do this, I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. And if they don't pass, then you throw that kid in other programs. And the parent gets this stupid, dumb idiot sticker. Okay? The, ooh, you didn't pass the test thing. And they will feel shame. Okay? And the parents who did pass the test get the little license saying, yeah, I don't have to send my kid to all these extra things because I am a competent adult who can teach them how to do some shit on my own. My kid will not arrive to kindergarten not knowing what numbers are or knowing even a letter, right? Stuff like that. Like don't put it on the kid, put it on the parent. Right? Give them a little shame. I don't think many people feel shame. Ever been to Walmart? Unfortunately, yes, not much though. Where I'm from, we don't really do Walmarts too much, thankfully. But dude, I live like on top of people all the time. I'm so painfully aware. This is why I think, I'm glad the world, well, it's more so just like Americans have become like more, I don't know, there's been a pushing of like acceptance, being nicer to people. I think the internet's meaner than ever, but in person, everyone's like stepping on eggshells. You can't insult someone's kid, whatever. We need to bring back like disapproving glances for little things. I see a parent not doing well. I'm going to comment. I'm going to comment every time. Kid crying on a plane? Not going to comment. Parent might have to do that, whatever. You're in a restaurant? You didn't have to come here. You are able to walk out of this restaurant unlike the plane. I'm going to judge you. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't think people realize how hard kindergarten is. The whole grade is literally kicking off the process of hacking the brain to bootstrap literacy. I mean, kindergarten, it used to always be like, some basics and they just get everyone on the same page. So they still do this, but they would always like have a kindergarten test where kids sit down and they do like basic numbers, basic letters, other things that a lot of parents don't think of. They'll be like, point to your chin, and they have the kid point to like different things to see if they even know like the parts of their body. What do they know about the world? They bring out picture books and they're like, point to the plant, name some animals, like stuff like that. And they just kind of like get a little questionnaire so they can understand something about this kid. And the idea is that you're supposed to just identify like maybe some little gaps. But like recently, it's just the past like 10 years, it's just been these kids show up and they don't know fuck all on this test. My school required you to count to 100, recite the alphabet, tie your shoes, and identify the big, bigger, biggest. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. My dad likes to brag. He always tells the story to people, and I'll be like, can you stop telling this story to everyone? But he like will always do it. Like I'm still like 5 years old, But he'll be like, she used to read when she was 2. And I'll be like, okay. And he'll always like bring up this story that when I did my kindergarten test, they asked me to read a couple words and I read them and they were like, oh, very good. That's so advanced. But it like wasn't that advanced. And then they were like, my dad was like, she can read books. Like she can read a book. And they were like out loud. And he was like, yes. So she was like, oh, go to that shelf and pick up a book. So I pick one up and I read it with inflection because I'm like copying my mom and how she would read things. You know what I mean? So I'm reading it with inflection. I'm like, not quite 5. And the teacher's like, oh, that must be one of your favorites. And he's like, no, she hasn't read that one before. We don't have that one. He's like, have you read that one? I was like, no. And the teacher was like, okay. And then he was like, okay. Because he was getting pissed. He was like, well, I don't know why this lady doesn't believe that, like, you know. So he pulls a receipt, like a crumpled receipt out of his pocket, and he just folds it open and goes to the back of it and goes, read that. And I just start, like, reading the back of the receipt. There are a couple words I, like, sound out because they're larger, but I just start reading the back of the receipt. You know, it's like the terms and conditions. And she was like, oh, okay. But he was just really pissed that she was, like, acting like like we were cheating, you know what I mean? Like, like, oh, I know, she definitely read that book before. But he kept that receipt? No, he didn't. He didn't. He always tells that story, and I'm like, hey, I'm like not even a teenager anymore, dude. Like we're past this, man. We're way past this. That's his favorite. That's his favorite story. He was so proud of his illiterate toddler. Yeah. And it was funny because, like, he wasn't the one who taught me to read. It was my mom. Like, he taught me a lot of other shit. But, like, my mom was the one who did that. And I'd always be like, why are you the one talking about the reading part when you didn't even do it? Like, he did other shit, but you know what I mean? I'm like, that wasn't even you. That was all her. Because she spent so much time with us teaching us all those things, you know? I always make fun of him for it. He's proud of you. I'm busting his balls. You gotta catch up. Saw a couple clips about the job market and graduates. Why is it so hard to get something entry level now, a year after college graduation? Drive myself sad and crazy with how screwed everything is. It's a combination of a billion factors I'm not even gonna get into. TLDR, greed, no one cares about you. You know, like, I'm not saying this even in a cynical way. I'm just like, genuinely, like, there aren't really people out there watching out for each other in the world, you know, in the US especially. So that means that your options are pivot, try to do something else that you can get a job in more easily nowadays. Or you go, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and you start like stepping on other people, right? You go and you figure out like what the other graduates have learned and go find something they haven't learned that is needed in your field and just go like try to get ahead on it. You know what I mean? Or you get into something by knowing someone, which has always been a thing. If you have the skills, it's not a bad thing. But yeah, you just got to think different. You got to move different. It has been public knowledge for well over 10 years that the job market is tough, and just getting a degree and showing up and going, job please, does not work anymore, and it hasn't for a long time. So the more you sit around and be like, oh, everything's so terrible, and lament, like, nothing gets done. You gotta just spend that time grinding, genuinely. Become more skilled than everyone else around you. As best you can. But I would say, like, for me, the thing that helped me personally the most is that I was already working by doing every little bit of minor work for people around me that I could, and then putting that into a portfolio. And if there was something I wanted to prove that I could do, but I couldn't find any even tiny bits of work to do it, I would just make a thing, pretend I had a client, make a thing, and then put that in the portfolio and be like, I made this. And that was how I was able to get ahead quicker and, you know, be in my old line of work more easily.
Right.
But I gave up everything else to put time into that, really. I had so many like extracurricular things I liked to do. I did them way less just to make sure that I was focused on that. I did not like go out and party and shit. Not that I think you all do that, but you know what I mean. Like, I just didn't waste time. I did not waste time. Because I was like, I had so many friends around me that were like, we should all enjoy youth. We should all go on a trip here. We should do this, do that. And I was like, that's cool, but I need to secure my shit first. Then I'll do that. Like, or I'll die, you know? And that's exactly what I did. And they'd be like, enjoy youth, as if 22 is the only time you're young. As if you don't have several decades of being able to function after that. You know what I mean? It's not that being 20 is not that precious. You can do some work and then, enjoy your time a little bit later. Not even that much later if you do it right, So that's why I was always into watching streams, watching content, whatever, because I could have that on the side, be parts of communities, whatever, but still be like physically in a place where I could get work done or be studying a thing at the same time, Like, it's something that you could still use that time wisely. Although streaming wasn't really a thing, wasn't really big back then, but you know what I mean. Just content in general. Because it didn't require me being outside and being totally disconnected from the ability to sit down and learn something, So do you have to know someone really pisses me off? If the only thing preventing it from being nepotism is a blood relation, then why isn't it just called nepotism? Well, nepotism by default isn't bad. Nepotism is just like person gets thing because person knows them. Right? And it could be regardless of qualifications. It could also be that they do have qualifications. Right? It doesn't have to be bad, but people always use it when talking about bad things. But really what you mean is cronyism, which is like the more generalized, like it's not necessarily just blood relation, right? Cronyism is the same thing, but like now it could also be, I don't know, your boss's nephew that you hired or something like that, right? But all of that is totally fine if the person still has qualifications, because I do think there is something to say about hiring and taking care of your own. And how that is good, and how you knowing more about them makes you, as the person hiring, less susceptible to hiring someone awful because you know their background, But yeah, if they don't actually have the qualifications, then fuck that. But I think if you're presented with two like near equal candidates and you actually know one so-and-so's friend and you don't know the other, you should hire the one that you know. Because there's a lot more. I think it's important to have more personal human connection to the people you work with. It's good because I'm skipping the song. It's good because a lot of bosses find it really easy to just cut workers and cut pay and do all these different things that are not good. But if that worker is somehow related to them, even if it's not their family member, it's their friend's cousin's nephew, whatever, they're going to treat them a lot better. So in general, things being done on a more local level, a lot of hires being more known by people or somehow interconnected in a web, keeps everyone in that environment safer and treated more with more humanity, right? So it's good. And then what happens is the people who work in those companies that are not actually related to anyone in any way, they're still some other coworker's friend, and that coworker is your son's, uncle's, nephews, whatever, right? So it's like it just keeps everyone, even the ones that aren't related, they get tangled up in it too because they become friendly with these coworkers, right? And yeah, the dynamics just kind of keep people like it's not dehumanizing as much, right? But when every worker you have is not socially related to you in any way. I find that people that are higher ups in companies have an easier time just kind of like throwing them away. So sometimes it is kind of good to have people in your company that are like actually just full nepotism hired in. Because like they'll be a regular worker, they might hear your plea and then go complain to their uncle who's your boss, and you know what I mean? Like they force those people to all see each other as humans a little more. That's one of those like the silver lining of it. It can kind of help a lot of the people in the company, even the ones who aren't those people that were hired by nepotism or cronyism, right? But it doesn't always work out perfectly like that, of course. But I've seen a lot of that help keep people protected. Or like you ever try to use a sick day and they're like asking for a doctor's note even though legally they don't have to. They don't do that when you're the best friend of someone in the office or close to someone in the office who was hired by like, you know, some sort of knowing somebody and all that. Like, you know what I mean? It just keeps that like little layer of they think about you as a human there. But yeah. I've always found that it reminds them of all those things. But in general, the most common case is going to be that someone's just hiring their own kid in or their own nephew or niece in. And that's it, really. You know, like they just hire them just 'cause. But it's not something you're ever going to get around. It's one of those arguments where I'm like, I agree. But you can't do anything about it. So complaining about it in general does nothing. Instead, you just have to be passive aggressive in the office, all right? Because I've been in those situations. So-and-so doesn't do their job at all. And it's literally just completely inept. But you're forced to work with them anyway. So I would just point it out every fucking day. I had this one guy on this one project that just actually knew nothing about what he was doing, and he was supposed to be one of these major people holding up this one major part of this project. And everything else was moving along, and his wasn't. So what I did was I pointed it out every single meeting. Completely passive-aggressively, never full aggression. They would be like, oh, and how's that going along? And he'd be like, oh, you know, and he'd like bullshit. And I'd sit there and then I'd just look at him and ask a specific question. I'd ask a specific question. Is blank thing done? And he'd be like, oh, no, not yet. We're working on it. And I'd be like, okay, when can I expect it to be done by? He'd be like, I don't know. It takes time. And I go, okay, on average, how long does it take? We'll estimate the long end. I just want to have an idea because I need to come back to you on that because it's related to what I'm doing. And I would just press him and press him and press him to give me an answer, set an expectation, then I'd write it down. And then on the date that he said, this is the longest it could be done by, I'd be like, oh, you said this is the longest it could be done by. And he'd be like, oh, it's not done. And I'd be like, why? That's so crazy. Did something happen? Then I'd be like, oh no, do you need help? What went wrong specifically? Tell me about it. Present your knowledge to me. You know what I mean? Like... And I would just ask so many questions. I'd always frame it like, do you need help? You know? And just that's how you deal with that stuff, man. No, I wasn't even a manager on that project, dude. I was just working. I was just working on another part of stuff and had to interface with his shit. So I was like, all right. I love asking questions in meetings. In that case, in that specific case, the manager was someone who like absolutely did not give a fuck if that dude did his work or not on a personal level, but did give a fuck about if the project got done. So I just kept verbally pointing out how shit wasn't being done. You know? That's just how you do it, man. When someone's like a nepo hire who actually like cannot perform, you just do it. And then I did start getting full aggressive later when like entire things weren't getting done and some higher up was like, I'm gonna cut this team if this thing isn't blah blah blah. I would just be like, hey, yeah, you know, it's just so crazy. Everything's done except for this guy's work. And, you know, I've done that before. It should only take like a month and it's been 3. So crazy. You should ask him. You should ask him why. You know what I mean? That's just so crazy with 5 O's. So crazy. You're describing how I handled the same type of shit and I eventually got told to just leave them alone. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is you just keep pointing it out forever. Okay, you want me to leave it alone? Cool, I'll just point it out and I won't touch it forever. It will never end until you do something. That's, you know what I mean? You gotta become the Joker. You gotta go full Joker moment. Huh. Last office job was like that. They hired a consultant who had no certifications, which led to a thing revealing the boss also had no certs. Happy to not be there no more. Whenever you're in those situations, that's when you sit back and just collect money and don't do shit. Like, because for me, personally, every month that that dude didn't do his work meant another month that I could sit there and have nothing to do and just collect money. I could just go take other work and use those hours for that. Because this motherfucker was holding everything up and my work was done, you know? I just had to sit in meetings and be like, yep, no updates, yep, no updates, yep, everything's done, haha, yay. Right? So I was just like, woohoo, you know, like glad he wasn't doing his shit. Because I was like, all right, I'll just keep collecting my money and then I'll take other work so I'm getting double money and give it to my mom, you know? So, you know, you take your wins where you can get them. There was a guy on a government contract that got hired as an AWS certified solutions architect, but he didn't know what variables were. How do you get an AWS cert as a solutions architect? Brother, people just be saying shit sometimes. I would kill him. I would have killed him. I would have defenestrated the guy. I don't know. Fraud, I guess. Yeah, I guess. More like a questions architect. Shut the fuck up. Brother, I don't know. That dude would not have lived. Bryn was once in a programming team where the team lead did not know what Python was or any programming language. Yeah, I gotta say something. I'm sure many people are studying in college how to be programmers and coming out knowing how to do something. Okay. But many times when I was supposed to look over people to hire in for something and decide if they would be good to hire, I would sit down and talk to them and they'd be like, yep, I'm a recent graduate looking for something, you know, entry level, and here are my qualifications. They had no qualifications, and when I would ask them questions, they didn't know shit. Okay? So many of them got degrees, yet didn't know shit, and then they'd be like, the job market's so hard. And I'm like, you know what? It is for the people that studied, yes, but you didn't, I don't think you studied this one, you know? Like, they just kind of shoo themselves in with the complaints of the ones that actually did study and are having a hard time. You know? They'd be like, yeah, me too, guys. But, like, they didn't know anything. And I was like, your brother. Like, brother. Gotta be really good to sound like you know shit, not actually knowing shit. It depends on the field you work in. Like with the stuff I was doing, I would test them. I would make them do handwritten tests. And I'd ask them questions. I'd be like, you are faced with this. How do you solve it? What does this mean? What does that mean? You know? And like one of my favorite questions was like, there was one where I would just be like, what is a matrix? What is a matrix? Please describe. And how does it relate to databases? And that's an easy question if you know what anything is. Easy question. And then if they go into more detail and they're like, well, really a database is like multiple matrices and it's, it's, imagine them three-dimensionally placed. And I'd be like, okay, yeah, okay. We're getting there. They could even be nested in each other. Oh, yeah, it's like not that hard to imagine if, even a little bit, but like, my God, so many folks would be like, yeah, I want to be a DBA. And then they couldn't relate those two words together. And it was just, was he at least cute? God, I wish. No. None of them. Zara, thank you for that. Tier 3. So softball questions. Will you start off with that? Always. You start off with that, because if they can't even get through that, like, don't waste your time on the other questions. You know what I mean? That's like the first hour of a programming course. Right, which is why you ask it first. They should be like, haha, that's a stupid question. That should be how they feel when you ask that, right? But if they're like, well, Scott boxes, like, but you gotta throw in a couple like real just shitter questions like that just to see. It also keeps them comfortable. Like, sometimes they're just nervous. They actually do know stuff, but they're nervous as fuck. So you ask them something easy so they can just, like, get their nerves out a little bit, Because the test just makes them nervous in general. I heard that another person who had interviewed for my current job was asked about how he would structure an Active Directory setup for the org. Apparently, he clearly didn't know what Active Directories were and tried to BS. That's like really easy to set up though. Like with the programs available, with the tech available, like someone could learn that in a day if they're somewhat savvy, I don't know. I will say in general, just go be a plumber, guys. just go be a plumber. Nowadays, go be an electrician. Take a job that lets you go outside a little bit. But caca stinks, and they'll pay you so much to deal with it. Time to show some butt cleavage? Dude, that's what I'm saying. You feel cute while you're doing your work on someone's pipes, man. Oh, yeah. Bruh, electrician is hard. Yeah, it is. It is. It's not easy. It's not easy. But work is work, and, it's one of those things where you can make your own work in a lot of cases. You can work for other companies. You can also take on other work. You can do things on a very contract basis. And there's a lot of opportunity out there. And it's also one of those jobs you can do everywhere. You don't have to live in a big city, etc., etc. Unskilled labor's beneath me. I'm an embarrassed millionaire. How dare you? Dude, I never understood that. Like, I do kind of get it, but like, man, having money is having money. Having a job is having a job. You are not above anything. And if you act like you're above a certain type of work and then are broke because of it, that's embarrassing, okay? Just go do some shit. Go try some shit. My hands are soft. Well, they're not gonna be if you if you start working. I'm a sewer worker. There's always room in industries where the work isn't necessarily desirable. Yeah. I got a friend that does dead body cleanup. Real gross job, but he does like biohazard cleanup. And they wear full PPE, so he doesn't actually get exposed to a lot of things because he is wearing PPE. And he gets paid a shit ton. And he said, it's a little gruesome, but like, he's the type who can handle it. You know, he just sees it as a clinical thing. Not yeah, it's not for everyone, but like he's one of the ones that will be fine doing it. How much you have to train for that? A bit. A bit. It's not a, you know, here's a bucket and mop kind of job. But but yeah, he gets paid really well, and he's got a family that he is able to fully take care of, and the hours actually aren't too crazy because it's not like anyone's using that house that needs to be cleaned up. No one's waiting for it, you know what I mean? So they can do a bit, come back the next day, you know? So like it's like it can be kind of grueling work, but it doesn't have to be like 12 hours grueling work, you know? So it's actually a field that he kind of likes doing or being in. It's a valuable public service. It's needed. It's needed. It's a lot of certifications properly. I'm not 100% sure what everything that he had to do was. I know he had to uh take certain classes that teach you about how to properly sanitize certain things. He has to understand how to clean up certain materials because sometimes there might be an acid spill, right? He has to understand how to clean that up. Every little thing about every type of material and how to clean it. But I don't know if that was like kind of all in one course or if that was all separate things. Not sure how he got to the end point, but he didn't spend too long on it, is what I remember. But yeah, it's interesting. One thing I've always been told is to not BS in an interview. If you don't know an answer, just say so. Yeah, I mean, you talk up what you're good at. You don't talk up what you're not good at. Um, a lot of people do fake it till they make it. You just have to be confident you can learn. And you have to demonstrate to them that you can learn and that you're willing to learn. Because they'd rather take on someone who doesn't know everything yet but is willing than, you know, someone who doesn't want to learn. But I don't know, man. My rat tickling certification.
Yesterday my boss and another boss got into an argument about whose job it was to clear some inventory and they wasted a whole hour and I'm sitting there in the middle just wanting to get it done and out of the way since we had other
Oh,
stuff to
God.
do. Keck.
I think those are the best moments. The best moments is when you're supposed to be working and you're just standing there, but you're not the one being yelled at. that moment, that moment of respite, right? Where you can just sit there and close your eyes and be like, mm-hmm. That's the best. I will say the one thing I do miss, um, being being a streamer and not doing other stuff is I do miss a lot of older jobs when I was younger, where I was just on my feet all day. I kind of miss some of that. I don't miss coming home after 12, 14 hours and like just crashing and being tired. But I do miss some of that a little bit. I've missed that for a long time, you know. I haven't had one of those jobs in a long time. But yeah, I did like that. Any like job that had just anything more physical to it was nice. Ooh, the meta is being a server for brunch in the neighborhood. Dude, one of my friends works as a waiter at one of those restaurants. Yeah, in the neighborhood. Dude, best job. Giving people Sunday afternoon mimosas and getting big ass tips. Holy. what a job. He makes so much in tips too, so much because he's like relatively cute, you know. And if you're a server and you're like don't look too bad, honestly, you don't have to be like naturally super attractive. Just if you like clean up a little, you like just look like you put any effort in at all, and you're nice. You can get crazy tips, hella tips. Rent gotta be crazy there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You guys are presentable. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. No advice about work or jobs or anything matters as much as just like, don't smell. Just don't smell and look like you tried a little. And it's true for everything in life. It's not even a job thing, but it's just like everything in life. Brush your hair, don't smell. Don't have shitty fingernails. At least cut them. You know, don't let them be all jagged and shit. Tuck in that goddamn shirt. Well, it depends on your body type, but yeah. I work in a pig barn, can't help but smell. All right, well, you know, we're not talking to you, Trevor. Don't smell, but work in a pigsty. No. Straight dudes with long fingernails irk me. That's really specific. But I get what you mean. That's the thing. I get what you mean. I just think if you have natural fingernails, right? You don't have like press-ons or some shit. Yeah, don't let them get crazy long. It's not worth it. Or you end up looking like fucking Report of the Week with his nails. Okay? As a man, I chew the fuck out of my nails. Oh, don't chew them. No. I'm not gonna lie, if I look at you and I notice you like have chewed up fingernails, immediately like that is bookmarked in the back of my brain. That is in your file. I put that shit in your file. I just rip them. Yep, if I see them jagged, they look like they've been ripped because they're no clean cuts. You see multiple layers. Boom, it's in your file. I will not unsee it. I will never unsee it. So I can't clip them because they're too chewed down. Just stop chewing them! Stop! Stop it! Ugh! Don't! No. Looks like shit. Everyone notices. You think you can sneak it and you can like chew on your fingernails and they won't notice? No, everyone notices. Okay. But then, most of all, everything you do throughout the day when you go and wash your hands afterward, you don't get everything out from underneath your fingernails, okay? All the poop particles, all the sharticles that you got under your fingernails from touching, you know, door handles when other people don't wash their hands, or maybe you don't wash your hands, you know, whatever. You're not going to wash that shit out perfectly. And now you're chewing on it. You eat poop. You eat poop. You chew on your fingernails. You eat poop. I don't care what you say. You think you don't? Nope, you do. You eat poop. Poop eater, poop eater. All right? Don't chew your fucking fingernails, dude. Poop eater, poop eater. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. And everyone talks about it in the group chat. We talked about poop. Yeah, I'm telling you to not chew your fucking fingernails, dude. You're a poop eater. Loathsome dung eater. Stop it. We will talk about you in the tier 3 sub chat. We will. I have a fingernail brush. Works great. Me too. You can just use a little towel. Anyway, don't chew your fingernails, man. Don't. Nails are legit too hard to be bitten. Me too. I got mine are pretty like I got strong, healthy nails. So if I try to like chew my nails and like crack through them, it takes a lot of effort, and I start to like worry. I can't do it. I don't know. I never developed that habit of like eating my fingers, you know? Just take care of your damn nails, man. You don't have to like do anything to make them nice other than just don't chew them. It also long term, it like pushes the nail bed back. You ever look at someone with short fingernails and you feel like the nail bed looks too short? It makes their fingers look stubby. There's like too much skin at the end. The ratio's off. When you keep chewing your fingernails, you keep pushing that back, and then you end up like it looks stubby. You know what I mean? So don't because it long term changes the shape of your nail and makes it look like shit.
Do your don't be smelly and
Just
a
clip.
Peter buy some schmellen from Cheeky Soap and use code GEEGA for 10% off your order. Faction reviews
True.
chat.
And then we talk about your baby face knees. Your knees look like screaming baby faces when you stand up straight. True. It's supposed to hurt? No, when I cut my nail too far back, shit hurts for a few days. It's not supposed to hurt. No. You shouldn't be cutting all the white off. You shouldn't be cutting, so the part of your nail that naturally comes off of the nail bed and protrudes forward, you should not cut all of the white down. You leave a little bit. Yeah, like a little millimeter. You just do whatever's physically comfortable and leave the rest. And then if you want to take more off, but you can't get the clipper in there because like the skin's in the way and everything, that's why you have nail files. You're supposed to leave some. Yes. You are. It's like, you know how when you cut a cat or dog's nails, you don't cut up to the pink part, because if you do, you'll pull some skin off and they'll bleed. You're literally cutting a part of their flesh off. You don't do that, right? And you leave a little. You do the same thing for people. How do people not know how to cut their nails? Because especially men don't get taught this stuff. So many dudes have not had like their mom sit down with them and hold their hands and look at them and go, this is the spot you should cut your nails to. And then a lot of girls also didn't get taught that, but they watched beauty YouTube that taught them. You know, like they got into that stuff, but dudes don't typically get into that, so they never get taught. It's not like they're like naturally disgusting or something. They just didn't get taught this. Or sometimes their parents just teach them wrong. Maybe your mom does it wrong, you know? You know what I mean? My parents you said parents, not yours, actively chose to not teach boys any form of self-care. Yeah. Washing your hair is gay or whatever. And other such things parents say. You know, and other common phrases. My mom always cut mine close to the nail bed. Yeah, close is okay, but there should just be a tiny little line at least. A tiny little line. I don't know. The reason why girls on average are better with hygiene than guys is just because they're copying what beauty YouTube taught them, if their parents didn't already teach them. So they're more likely to be exposed to that info. But even then, a lot of what's taught via that is about vanity and not actual cleanliness. So there are a lot of girls that look and smell good, but they're not actually like clean people. Like you go to their house and that shit's a fucking disaster. The food left out on the counter for 3 days. You know what I mean? So just there's a lot of people on all sides that don't know what the fuck they're doing, if I'm being honest with you. I had a friend who always smelled good because the product she used smelled good, but she didn't wash her sheets more than like every month because she just thought that was okay. And I was like, maybe if you shower every night before getting in bed, but like you don't. So even then, skin cells, you know. And she was just like, this is what my parents taught me. And I was like, well, they were wrong. Well, sorry to say, it wasn't her fault either. Like, that was what she was told. And, you know, typically when your parents tell you shit like that, usually most people just believe them, right? I remember when a streamer found a moldy lemon under their desk and they thought it was a tennis ball. Oh, I remember that. That was an old clip, right? Who was that? That was like the lemon heard around the world, man. I remember that being a thing a long time ago. Who was it? Hold on. I don't remember who it was. Gross. It sounds like something Wubby would do. People say, "Was this a VTuber?" I'm gonna be so okay. I'm so sorry to say this, but a lot of VTubers when they're like, "Uh oh, I left food on my desk. I'm so gross," or whatever. Half the time they didn't, and it's just a bit. Sometimes they did, and they're just playing it up. They only left it there for a day, but they're like, "It's been 3 days," you know. They be lying for content, and that's okay. That's okay. You know what it is, though? You can't see their camera, so you can't verify. People will act like non-VTubers are so much cleaner. Their desks are still gross. It's just that the camera's on them and their background looks okay, you know? So it doesn't seem too bad. But there's that level of shame because people could potentially see you, right? But VTubers, no one can see you. So, like, not only can they be as gross as anyone would like to be, but also they can just, like, pretend it's worse. and you wouldn't know. Right? They can do whatever they want with it, man. Strategically placed cans for then knocked all the cans off the desk by accident clip? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Why is pretending to be a slob with no other punchline considered to be funny? Because people are mean and they like to laugh at people, and some streamers don't know how to get people laughing with them, so they get people to laugh at them instead. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I'm not gonna lie. Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, oh, get well soon. You know, I feel bad, man. Some of them do both, and that's fine. But some of them like don't know how to do the former, so they only do the latter. And I'm like, ooh, okay. People love to feel cooler than the creator. Oh, they like to feel cooler than everyone else. Yeah, there's a lot of that. I don't think that's like necessarily the right meta. I don't think that always works or is always better, but it definitely does work to an extent. Any VTuber I watch open V cards just drop the wrappers on the floor. That's all right. I mean, if your floor is clean, assuming your floor is clean and you're just throwing plastic on the floor to then pick up later, that's fine. That's like, it looks messy, but it's not actually like filthy, you know? That's okay. It's in the interest of time too, so you're not like, you know, carefully dropping each individual package when you're opening like 2 boxes, you know, right into the garbage, but I don't know. I'm definitely cooler than Geega. So true. I mean, I just sit in my office and talk. Brother, I just sit around and talk about shit. You know? I do a lot of other work too, but like, I'm just chilling. Know what I mean? It's an easy cleanup. Do you put your Christmas wrapping paper in the trash right away Christmas morning? I got some relatives where like some of them are like, yeah, rip the paper off the present, throw it on the floor. We'll clean it up at the end. And there are other family members that are like, rip the paper off, ball it up, throw it into this garbage bag immediately. They're like, don't throw it on the floor. And I think we all have a habit now of, yeah, you ball it up, you like put it in your lap, you know, you just keep it on you and you throw it out. There's always like a garbage bag around, you just toss it to the person. Because the thing is, like, all the adults have no problem throwing that wrapping paper on the floor, but we feel like if we do that in front of like the kids, the young kids, they will learn that. And we don't want them to learn that. So once all the children that are around in the room are above a certain age, we're back to throwing that paper on the floor. You know, that's fine. But when they're like still toddlers, if there are any toddlers in the room, we don't throw the paper on the floor because then they're like, oh, it's fine. You know what I mean? So we teach them like you could put it on the floor because it's just paper, but like you ball it up first and place all your paper balls in a spot and then we throw it out. You know what I mean? Like you keep a level of neatness to it so the kid's not just like, oh, throwing shit on the floor is fun. Because the little kids just like, they just learn that, you know? My dad brings out the garbage bag and the dog grabs the wrapping paper out of the bags when nobody's looking. My cats love wrapping paper. Wolfie especially, if I put paper on the floor or tissue paper specifically, if something was in a bag, he loves that shit. He'll run at it and like he'll dive into it. He'll put his front paws on it and keep moving his back legs so he like slides forward. And then he'll like collapse on it and start like just grabbing it. He just like tries to gather it under himself. It's really cute. He sits on it. He loves it so much. So every time I get a gift and it has tissue paper, I give it to him. And I'm like, look, Wolfie, you got a gift. That's his favorite, man. That's his favorite. Does it get stuck to him? No. No, his fur repels everything. He's a puffball. Show cat. No! I never show cat. It's my cat. You can't have him. My cat wants to eat the tree and we'll find bits of tree when she vomits. Oh, yeah. I've been really good at getting my cats not to eat the tree. But Wolfie likes to rub all over it. So the bottom bristles, you know, of the tree, the bottom needles, have clumps of fur all the time. And I have to pull the fur off because he just walks past it and is like, and gets like a good scratch in. He uses it like a scratching post. And he'll just walk back and forth past the tree and just get like nice scratches all up and down his sides and pull out clumps of his own hair. But it's kind of nice because then like he's half pre-brushed when it's Christmas time and I got the tree out. It's not bad. And he sheds a lot. He sheds so much. Wolfie is like absolutely just 5 cats worth of fur on one body. And I'm just constantly pulling fur off of him. And it just never ends. It never ends. So, you know, I kind of like having the Christmas tree out and having him rub all over it. Because, like, I could never keep up with it. Furries, am I right? Yeah, he's just a guy in a cat suit. When the corner brushes. Yeah. You can get those ones that you attach to like a table leg that they can walk past and stuff. But he never used those. He only goes up to the tree, which is away right now. So now I just brush him. And he's so good. He sits so nicely, man. I've never had a cat that like sits still so well until him when you brush them. But he comes up to me and sits down and like wants me to brush him. All of my other cats I've ever had, they like being brushed, but they like can't stop moving. You know, they keep walking past, walking around. I have to like chase them a little bit. But he sits in my lap and lays down a certain way and like wants me to just brush him while he sits there, which is so good. So I have a whole process where I brush him with the metal brush that really like gets a lot of fur out. And then I have one of those tools that's, you know those brushes to get cat fur off of clothing or furniture that are velvet and you just go against the grain? You brush against the grain with the velvet and it catches it. I've got one of those. And I brush him with that after giving him the big brush to pull like a lot of that, just the loose top fur off that the brush kind of missed. And that's like my 2-step process and it gets him so smooth, so smooth. Yeah, it's a lint brush. Not the roller, not the roller, not the sticky roller. It's just the ones that are velvet. Guys, raise your hand if you remember a world before sticky rollers. We only had the velvet ones. I remember when I first saw a sticky roller and I was like, wow, that's so wasteful. I think they're so wasteful. I was like, what do you mean disposable sticky glue covered sheets? I thought it was so stupid. Now I still use them occasionally, but dude, I'm telling you, the old fashioned one that's just velvet is so much better anyway. Yeah, people would just use tape. Straight up. But I think the quality of the sticky rollers has gone down steadily over time, that they're not actually that good anymore. So I am just fully back on the velvet pet hairbrush grind set. I know where to get the velvet ones. Dude. OXO Good Grips. OXO Good Grips. They have several in different sizes. You can get that shit on Amazon, dude. Super easy to get. And it comes with a holster that you put it in, and it's just like a quick slide in, slide out, and it takes all the fur off of it, so you don't have to use your hand to peel it off, and it collects in the little bottom of the holster. And it's all just pieces of plastic. It's all analog. None of this is like a digital product in any way, shape, or form. It's just a physical thing. But yeah, it just has velvet going the other way in the holster, so it like pulls it off of the brush that you're using. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, does IKEA sell one? Man, IKEA sells everything. They got fucking everything. Good old analog. Sometimes analog is good old analog. Sometimes analog is like, we're back in the 1700s, a little too much. One thing I don't understand, why do people keep having these electronic pepper mills? What the fuck is that about? I get a lot of YouTube shorts that are cooking related. And I keep seeing people like sprinkle salt and then they hold up their pepper mill above the food and they hold a button down. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I get it if you got wrist problems. You got fingy problems. But the vast majority of these people using them don't have them. See several people being like, it's for people with disabilities. Okay, but all of the influencers I see using them and all of the friends that I hear getting them do not have these issues. Must everything be electronic? Must it be? They are influencers. That's a disability. What do you think streamers are? Now we're kind of hybrid. Geary did use one. She did. Yeah, I'm an influencer. I influenced you to take a fucking shower, man. I influenced you to stop chewing your damn nails by yelling at you. I don't know, man. Speaking of showering, you can go to Cheeky Soap. Use cheeky.com/Geega to use my wonderful code, which is also code Geega, to get soap that smells so good and leaves you so soft, so moistened. So moistened. It's good. We still got my own very unique scent and flavor schmelling. Is still on sale. Apparently one of the better selling scents. Because it smells so good. So we've restocked several times. Favorite cheeky scent that isn't schmelling? Mm, I like Bahami Mommy. I'm big on Spope and Pulp Francis. They messed up your hand in the art, though. That's my official artist, and I gave her permission. Because I was like, we're going to be selling this to a lot of people who don't know who I am, and if we just, like, cover the hand, it's not going to make sense to those people. So I told her, just pretend it's a partial skin suit. Because she's my actual, like, model artist. So yeah, I told her she could. Because she was like, I could cover it with, like, a glove. And I was like, And she was like, well, I could cover it with, like, some water. And I was like, having the hand out, like, it's like a cunty pose and it needs the hand, you know? So I said, okay, it's in a skin glove. You know what I mean? I said it's a skin glove, whatever. But normally, yeah, it wouldn't be allowed. But yeah, it's my official model artist. So she asked me. Which art? The box art for my soap flavor. I like what she draws me. I need to get her drawing me more. I need to hire her, but she's busy because she keeps doing like a lot of really cool projects for folks. So I want to get her doing more art for me, but I also don't want to like rip her away from other projects just to be like, draw me, I guess. You know, like I'll get her if it's like for a product, but or another outfit. I do want her to draw more outfits though. It would be nice. I have a different artist who draws my like outfits and things for me. Just to free her up. Because I get so much shit done each year that like it's it's too much, you know? It's too much. But yeah, I want to bring her back for like at least one outfit at some point. At some point. But she did the full Inquisitor hair and outfit and all that and full model, so you know. Dude, what is this OST? What is this BGM? Skip ahead. Had quite a few outfit releases this year. Yeah. I'm trying to take a little break from them. Like, we're in the midst of me not releasing any new outfits for a little bit. Because I felt like it was a lot. And I didn't want to keep it, like... You know, I just felt like it was too much. It was too much. I didn't want to, like, flood you guys with too much. So I wanted these to just kind of sit here and run their course for a bit. Because what, last year, at the beginning of... Not this year, but the year before... We had the Inquisitor fit. Then literally a month and a half after that, we had an official Monster Hunter outfit. And then that July, we had the revamped, like, main fit. So it was 3 outfits in basically the first half-ish of the year. You know, and now we've got several more, so it's just... You know. It's a lot. Today's is the invisible outfit. Exactly. Exactly. I don't know. I'm just like incredibly comfortable talking and not being on screen, so I've just been doing it more and more. No particular reason. What outfit is it today? If only there were a way to know. If only there were a place we could go to figure that out. What happened to the sock puppet? It's been a while since it was used. Yeah, anytime I don't use a model for a while, it means I killed it. I put it in a basement and tortured it. Because I hate it so much. I just don't use the non-main model ones that often. didn't do the Fit review yet, no, because Vintage Story ate up all my time. But that is slowing down in that I would say the RP isn't slowing down. It doesn't demand 14 hours a day from us to keep shit going. So I'll probably do it this week. Also, there have been like the occasional people here and there that have actually still been submitting stuff. So I just kind of left it up. I was like, okay, stragglers can come in. That's fine. We are doing Summer Games Fest. Actually, me, Joel, and Junie just talked about it like 2 days ago. Because that is coming up. Yeah, we're going to do our tradition and watch it together. So that'll be nice. That's what? Is that next Friday? Or is upcoming, rather. Which will be nice. So, yeah, we're gonna watch that together. I think we'll probably do bingo again. Every year we do bingo, and we have like, you know, the traditions on there. We'll see. I don't know what they're gonna announce. I know a lot of people are still holding out for more Fable news, even though they did say they were probably pushing them back a little. People want Elder Scrolls, although I think they've kind of given up on expecting that. I don't know. There's a lot of things that people are anticipating. Concord 3. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the stuff I really wanted was already released or announced. So I don't know. I've been disappointed by so many highly anticipated games already. I know. So many games, like, dude, when Starfield came out, I fucking hated that game. I just didn't like it, and I thought it wasn't even well made, and I was like, God, I don't know if I even want Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. Like, I do, but I don't. You know, it's like kind of scary. Oh, man. Respectfully, it's a Bethesda game. Well, right. That's the problem, you know? It's one of those things where I've just been, like, waiting for, I don't know how long. Since Oblivion for a good game. I still kind of liked Skyrim, but, like, Oblivion was where it's at. I have no trust in the new Fable game. Yeah, I don't know. Games like that, I'm going to be trying them on stream. And we'll see. We'll just simply see. Is it really good? Is it really bad? I don't know. Some stuff gets surprising. Actually, Crimson Desert, I didn't think I was going to like that much, but I was like, it might be all right. I'll try it out. And I tried it, and I was kind of like getting into it. And I was like, something feels off, though. It was just that you had to put time into it. I played it off stream a bit more to really, like, lock in. It took too long. This is my criticism of it. It just took way too long. But once I was about 20 hours into that game, everything clicked, and it was a really, really, really good game. Genuinely. Like, Crimson Desert was good. It's just long. It's just long as fuck. So, I don't know. I just don't expect anything good or bad for any games now, and I will just give them all a fair shot, I guess. Or watch streamers play them and, you know, see what's going on. I don't know. But I feel like as a streamer, I get to be in the position where I can throw myself in front of these projects and see if they're good for you, so you don't have to. You don't have to spend your money at first, you know. And if it's good, then you get it. But being able to put myself in front of it first is nice. I've been really pleasantly surprised by a lot of games this year, though. We'll see. James Bond's been a joy. Yeah, 007's on my list. I want to finish Death Stranding and then do 007 and then Death Stranding 2 is what I'm thinking. But we'll see. Other games will be coming out in between, so we'll see what happens. But I don't know. We'll see. Said Crimson does it for me. Sadly, is another entry in the line of games that tried to sneak the Gen AI by the users and then went, "Oops, yeah, you caught us. But it was just a concept art anyway. So who cares?" Yes and no. In that one, they were like, because it was so few. Like a lot of the in-game paintings and textures were not Gen AI, and then it was like just like one or two in-game paintings that were. I'm more inclined to believe it, but I don't know. Because they could just be saying that. But the others looked more believable, and then there were a few that were like off, and they were like, "Uh-oh." So I don't really know. But what I will say is, I firmly believe that so many more studios are using AI tools to make their games than will disclose. And I just think we're going to be at a crossroads at some point where you're either going to have to say, I can't be against all of this, or I can never play games again. It just, and this is not with any knowledge of who's using what, because, you know, none of them are talking about it, really. Thanks. But yeah, I think a ton of them are, or could even be unknown. What if someone makes a pack of assets using AI and then like indie games get made with it and they don't even know that it's that, right? For example, like it's just gonna get messier over time. And then there are applications of it that are more fine and less fine than other applications. Really depends on what they're doing. So I think it's hard to just blanket statement say it's all 100%. I can't touch anything with it because I don't know. It's such a blanket, vague way to describe something that I don't know. But yeah, I don't think you can 100% like be like, oh, I'll never play anything with it without just saying, yeah, I'm not going to play most games. Eventually, I just think it'll get there. You know? It's good for the indie scene. Yeah, I think a lot of indie games will still be just kind of devoid of all that. So I've been saying for a while we've been in a renaissance with indie games, and that will probably just continue, honestly. It'll probably just continue. You know? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's fully Trojan horsing into the industry. Well, yeah, there's a point where there's nothing that legally says they have to disclose the use in general. That's just like there's a Steam thing for that. Like, you know, certain places where they distribute their games will require it, but there's no general rule that they have to, so I think a lot of them will just still be trying to get around that as much as possible. Or if they use it in creation but then remove said assets, they just won't disclose that. You know? I think a lot of them do that right now, is my guess. Yeah, you said it's kind of a buzzword that covers so many things. Kind of feels like a deliberate marketing tactic to strap the word to disparate technologies. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like a hard discussion to like have because every case is different. So I'm not going to say, oh, this is all good, this is all bad, you know, or anything like that, because I'm just like, man, there's just so many cases that are so different, and they all come with a lot of baggage when you talk about them. There's so much nuance, so yeah. I also firmly believe that some studios are making other studios look worse because they used a less egregious form of it, but then they act like the whole game was made with that. It was made with AI, you know? And they like, I think genuinely, I think some companies are like trying to sabotage each other. like using the public hatred for AI against them in a way. You know what I mean? People don't understand what machine learning or LLMs are. Well, there's a lot of things that are very different within it, but Yeah, I definitely think they're seeing how people get upset over it, and then they're trying to actively take down some other studios by like playing up their use of a tool when it might not even be like what you think, you know? So, we'll see. I don't know. I just want to play games. I just want to play good games. And I'm very happy to continue playing a lot of indie games, especially because there's been a huge number of really, really good ones coming out. And if you are like in a state where you're like, I don't know what to play and I don't know how things are made, blah blah blah, just look to the indies, man. There's so many good things out there. So many good things out there. And also just don't scroll Twitter is my other thing. I'll just say everyone freaks out about everything on there. Watch streams, play games, have a good time, you know? You know what I mean? Oh, have you been playing Marathon? Yeah, dude. Oh, new season. New season starts the 2nd. Starts Tuesday. And it's going to be a free week from the 2nd to the 9th. And I really, truly, highly recommend you try Marathon. If you like shooters at all, don't worry about the fact that it's an extraction shooter because it does not feel like Tarkov. It is not punishing like that.
My back pocket if you want to go on the arcade cabinet if you want to play some games.
But go try it. Yeah, they're gonna be adding some more PvE stuff too. Please do support it. I do feel like it's getting fucking sabotaged by people that are arguing about stuff that has nothing to do with the game itself, really. And then like anyone I've tried to get to play it, they're like, wait a minute, this game is good. And I'm like, yeah, I've been saying this. Like, I've been saying this, just try it. Feels really good to play. It's got crazy vibes. It's got like, they're leaning more and more into the horror aspects of it. Man, it's so good. It is so good. And if the PvE modes are good, which I think they will be, I think, just knowing their track record with that kind of stuff, yeah, I think it's going to be really, really good. And I will be going into Night March, and I will be ripping your skin off. Yep. Steam chart idiots have been trying to shoot down for months. Oh yeah, you can't you can't post about the game without someone posting the charts and being like, it doesn't have 20,000 players, therefore it's dead. And I'm like, well, I have no problems queuing, so I don't really care. Like, I genuinely don't care how many players are in a game, so long as I can play it.
Still golden corral free.
Thanks for the bits.
Mobs.
Thanks for the bits. But yeah, look, man, the game is good. The game is good. I loved Destiny 2. Destiny 2 was kill years ago. Before Marathon was even, you know, happening. So I just want that toy gunplay, and that game has that toy gunplay, and they're updating it. So I will be playing it, and it's fun. I'm having a great time. And the community is funny. Oh, there was a clip. Did I like this tweet? Or maybe I might have saved the link on my phone because I was going to send it to Heavenly. There was a clip of a kid getting like killed in Marathon. And, you know, it has VoIP. So, dude, this kid was crying. He was like, no, don't kill me. And he was going, I'm getting hurted. It was like, let me see if I have the link. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love clips of this game because it's, you know, the vibes are very like dark and horror-esque kind of, and like futuristic. So seeing a clip of like a kid screaming in the game is really funny because it's like actually a horror film. Child in that game must have such a bad time. No, the game is still like fun though. Even when you're losing, like it's fun. I've said before, and I'll say again, like it one of the reasons why I keep shilling it is because it respects my time. And I'm really like, I love shooters, but I'm very tired of the ones that don't. I really, you know, I used to love League, but like having to sit there and lose for 45 minutes when it's clear you're getting steamrolled and the game just drags and drags and drags and no one wants to surrender, like it just wastes your time, right? And a lot of games nowadays are like that. But Marathon is not. Marathon is not. When you die quickly. You lose some stuff, but it's easy to hop back in. I got the clip. You know, it's easy to just hop back in, man. And I just have a good fucking time. Here, hold on. Oh yeah, it was this tweet. Can you hear this? Can you hear this audio? Ready?
This isn't good.
This is good. No, I'm being hurted. No. Oh, it's a banger fucking clip, man. I'm being hurted. And then when you kill someone in Marathon, when they're downed and you do a finisher, when you watch someone else do a finisher, it's not like a cool fancy animation. They just walk up and stab them. They just fucking stab them, you know? So it's like so you just hear the kid stop screaming as he gets stabbed. And it's just like, it's just so funny because it's actually like a fucking horror game, you know? Oh man. Without the image is funnier. I could show you the clip. I just needed to open it on the correct browser. Let me find it. It's so funny, man. And I've been loving it because, like, you know, hey, I loved Ark. But for me, I'm being hurted. For me, it's just all about like just absolutely shitting on people. You know what I mean? You play a game like this, you kill some kid and they're screaming, and you go, get shit on, get shit on. Like that's what this is about for me. Okay. I used to play a lot of Halo, so this game is basically like Halo modern with looting, and that's it. Like that's the community that plays it, you know? That's it. It's the same people. So imagine now you can hear them because there's VoIP. Oh, it's so good. Can we get that as a sound alert? I'll send it to Oshi. Oshi, if you're able to extract good audio from that, make it. But if it sounds like shit, don't worry about it because there's so much other noise. They're like guns and shit. Not trying to draw comparisons, but how did you feel about Arc Raiders? I liked Arc too. I played a lot of Arc. I like the extraction genre. I just want my time to not be wasted. And I feel like Arc was in the middle. It wasn't as time-wasty as Tarkov. But it was still a bit of a grind trying to get all the blueprints and stuff. Like, it wasn't something I could play too casually and still have a great time with, because I'd run into a lobby and all these people would have all these weapons that they made with their own blueprints that were really, really, like, powerful. And I was just going in and I was a loot box for them, you know? So when I was playing it a lot, I was having a good time. But if I wasn't keeping up with it, I found Arc kind of hard to be into. But I didn't dislike the game at all. I really liked the game. I also was in PvP lobbies, though. I've talked about this a lot. I was not in the PvE lobbies. PvE was still fun in that game, but it was a PvP game for me. And I was holding W. I was hearing gunshots, and I was playing it like it was Apex. I would be playing with friends. We'd hear gunshots, and we'd go, gunshots west, let's go. You know? Like, I watched some streamers that played more PvE at one point, and I was shocked by the difference, because they'd hear gunshots and be like, oh, don't go there. Let's wrap around and sneak out. And I was like, what? Or they'd run over and they'd be like, let's help them with whatever they're fighting. It's like, huh? Because for me, we'd hear gunshots and we'd be like, ooh, what are they doing? Sneak up on them. Can we third party that? Can we third party that? Or I'd like set up a bunch of bombs so that while they were finishing off like the queen, I'd just kill everyone and then take everything. You know what I mean? So we were playing different games. Overall, I thought the game was pretty good. And I liked that it got a PvE community kind of. existing. But I was someone who would occasionally not kill anyone for a couple games to get into some PvE lobbies and then go kill everyone for fun. So, you know, you got to remind them that they're not safe. But that's why I like Marathon, because the community is not focused on PvE. They're focused on I want to win. So I enjoy it. But overall, I think actually in Marathon people still have a lot of fun. It's like competitive right when a new thing drops, and then after the new thing, like some people have done it, you can go in and be like, guys, I haven't done Quio yet. Can I just do Quio one time? I just want to do it. And they'll be like, okay. They'll still probably kill you after, but they'll let you do the thing. You know what I mean? They just might not let you have the loot, which is fine. You just want to do it. Yeah, I gotta show you. I gotta show you the clip. I gotta show you the clip. Brother, I love this clip. If you wanted it with hold on, turn off my BGM. If you wanted it with full audio. Ready? Here you go.
This is a good.
He stabs him.
What the fuck?
I love that clip so much. The kid's just fucking screaming. That's all it is. That's the clip. Why is he's crawling away? Kill all rooks. What if I told you that I like playing rook? What if I told you that I was a rook player, huh? No, I play everything, but I do sometimes. I just am like, I gotta go in as rook. I gotta do it. It's just so fun, man. I'm excited for the new stuff though. I was gonna go become a loot box, just run around and try to take every single fight, like late tonight, tomorrow, because it's the last days of the season. So I wanted to just go in and go to the lose everything factory and lose everything. Solos are the best way. Honestly, I usually don't like playing these types of games solo. I have been loving playing this solo. Genuinely, it is so fun. It is so fun. It is so rare that I like a big lobby shooter solo ever. But no, solos have been amazing in this game. So I've been actually playing, like, I think 50% of the time I've been playing solo. Genuinely. It's been fun. But yeah, we'll during free week we'll play it a lot. Whose clip was that? I don't fucking know. Someone on Marathon Twitter. Let me see. Tau City's #1 solider. I don't fucking know. Someone who posts about Marathon every day. That's it. That's it. Is the game doing well? I think it is. People always post the Steam chart and be like, it doesn't have a billion people, so it's bad. But I think the community's been good. I think the support from Bungie on the game has been insanely good. Like, they're making constant changes. If someone, like, there's one thing that I had a really big issue with. I didn't like the way the grenades were. Because when you throw the grenade, you have to, like, you do the entire animation and then the projectile of the grenade flies out of your hand. So a lot of people would self-nade because they'd go to throw a grenade and they'd, like, see the arm move and they'd start moving behind a wall, and then the grenade would actually come out and hit the wall and hit them and blow up, right? It was just kind of like a mistiming of it where it didn't feel right. So they saw that and they immediately went, okay, and they just changed the animations and are changing the timing of the grenades. So it's not an issue, right? And that's normally something that if you complain about, it's going to take a company a month to do. Genuinely, it's going to take them a fucking month to get to that, if that quickly. But then this team was like, okay, within a week, boom, new animation, everything. So this is like a huge reason why I'm like a huge proponent of the game right now, because I never see any company doing that ever at that speed, and like, you know, like paying attention to all these things that people are complaining about. They also so far have not given me any indications that they like think they know so much better. Even if they had a reason for doing something that they thought was legit, if the player base by and large is like, I just don't like this, they go, okay, we'll find a way to change it. We'll find a middle ground, you know? Because a lot of games get killed by their devs just like not wanting to listen to the player base. Because people will be like, this thing isn't fun. And they'll be like, it's good and cool though, so we're keeping it, you know? And they just don't see eye to eye. But no, they've been super responsive to what the players actually want. So I'm just like feeling this game get better for me over time as a player, right? Which is I don't know. I feel like we don't get that out of many games anymore. So yeah, I've been very happy with it. The people left working on it actually care. Yeah, I like the newer director. They had an older director, who I didn't have feelings on either way. But the newer guy, I really like a lot of his past work. So that's another thing really that drew me to it, was the current director of it is someone who I just really like the stuff he's done. So it's been pretty good. And I think he's probably one of the big drivers of them being so communicative, honestly. But yeah. You think you want it, but you really don't. Blizzard. Yeah. Well, it depends on what team. Some of their teams are better with that. But yeah. No, I find the Marathon team has just been like, I don't know. I just feel like we don't get like these huge, big budget games with teams that care about what the player base says at all anymore. We just never do. So it's such a breath of fresh air. So I've been like really happy. I think also part of that is them wanting to be almost a little apologetic to like Destiny fans, because they know people wanted more of it, but like they just can't right now. This is their project. They can't, you know? So I think they wanted to just kind of like help anyone who's transitioning into that find something that they like. You know what I mean? The player base can be pretty hard to deal with. Oh yeah, it's tough. And I think a lot of the time these companies actually do know better on what makes a good game generally, but that doesn't mean that they're going to get that exact crowd of people playing the way they think in their game. Like that's just however the culture develops, however the play styles develop is how they develop, you know? So you just got to listen, and they're listening. But yeah, I'll be playing the fuck out of it tonight, tomorrow night, and when the new stuff drops. I think we're playing, I'm not going to be streaming on main, I'll just be streaming on alt probably, but Tuesday with, wait, was it Tuesday? I'm going to be playing with Bricky. Did we set up Tuesday or did we set up the next day? Yeah, Tuesday. We're going to play with Bricky in the afternoon. So that'll be nice. Gotta get him to cryo. I told him, I was like, if you like this game, I will just run it with you all the time. Like genuinely, just let me know. Like, I love games like that, truly. I think because I don't play a lot of games like that on stream, like super often, people don't know how much I like this kind of shit, but I don't know. For me, I'm like, Marathon feels like a game that was made for me personally. It's just got a lot of stuff I like rolled up into one. So, yeah, you said I want to try Marathon on release, but I had no friends who wanted to play. Just do it. Solos are really good. I queue with randos all the time, and it's totally fine. There's a lot of people in the Discord that'll probably play. But yeah, there will be duos out season 2. I don't know if it'll be on release though. Are they gonna do it like on June 2nd, or is that later? I'm not sure. But yeah, I mostly play with randoms. I don't even queue up with friends because I just like pick a fuck ass time at night, you know? So I just kind of go in and I just do it, whatever, you know? I just play with whoever's there, and it's usually randoms. Oh, they're gonna rotate the duo queue on the maps. Okay. Got it. I personally can't get over how bad the character designs are. See, I disagree, but that's a personal preference. I think some designs are better than others. I don't like, I don't know. I really like it stylistically. I really like it stylistically. I don't like uh some things about some designs, but overall I like it. I don't know. Vandal's cool as hell. I think I think Vandal is my least favorite of the designs. I think I just fucking hate Vandal with their stupid ass hair. I like playing the character though, but I just hate the design of her stupid fucking hair, stupid ass head. She just looks like a weirdo e-girl, not in a like good way though. But I like all the other designs. I like all the other characters. I like Thief's stupid jacket. I really like the stupid jacket. Um, Triage looks cool. I would like if they make them look more shell-like in the future. They look really humanoid. I like Recon's dumb helmet because Recon's dumb helmet makes Recon feel less human. And that's good. Assassin feels very human when you look at him. So I think it'd be cool if they make him feel more mechanical. Because the idea is you're not actually playing like people. You're playing these shells that they're basically uploading their consciousness to temporarily to use. And then if it dies, they get pulled back and then they do another run in a new shell, right? That's like the lore of these characters in the game. So they're not even human. So I feel like they could lean into the like the robotic aesthetics a little more with their designs personally. But I like how like kind of goofy and blocky the overall design style is because I'm so tired of every shooter being like, "Oh, let's go super realistic. We need realism." Like I just feel like I've seen so much of that it actually starting to feel like slop now. Even like a good realistic shooter is starting to feel like slop to me, which is crazy because it shouldn't. It's just realism, but like, you know, there's so much of it that I'm like, please, please, I just need any sauce. I need any sauce, you know? So I like them taking that angle personally. Every time they call the marathons aesthetic cartoony, get the urge to kill. Well, they don't know what cartoony means, so they see a couple bright colors. The aesthetic is like techno grunge, but they don't know that. It's futuristic techno grunge. But you know, most people that are shitting on the aesthetic don't know how to name more than one aesthetic anyway, so you don't have to listen to them. They're not real in that conversation. They bring nothing to the table in the conversation, so you don't have to listen. But I like it. I like the aesthetic. I actually really like specifically the fonts they use and the way they specifically are not afraid of using certain fonts on things, like the ammo counters directly on the guns, along with having ammo counters in the UI. Perfect. Perfect. Amazing. Actually useful and fits the design style, but actually useful mid-gameplay. And I love that. I love that. They should have made it look exactly like OG Marathon 2D sprites and all. Yeah, there are actually people that argue that on Twitter. You know, that's the thing though. like they actually show up and are like, they should have made it look like this. And I'm like, brother, Marathon was just Doom. Also, I don't believe a lot of the people that are like, it should have been like OG Marathon. I don't believe a lot of them when they say that they played it. You know why? Because I've never heard people talk about the franchise on fucking Twitter before. And then this game comes out and suddenly they're all experts. I don't think they actually played it. OG Marathon is so niche. It was. It wasn't even a game I thought about much. I played it back in the day. I didn't think about it after that very much. It was cool. But I was then like a Halo guy, you know? So like, I think they're actually LARPing. They're pretending that they played Marathon, most of them. Or they played it briefly and like don't know anything about it. There are some that are real, but like, genuinely, I think they don't know. Marathon online chatter started during the Halo Infinite Aftermath, mainly because of YouTube retrospectives. They watched a video and they're like, I'm an expert now. Perfect example, one of my favorites. One of my favorite games from back in the day that I played so much of was a game called Vangers. Okay, Vangers. This was an incredibly, insanely niche game that I played a fuck ton of only because I had it on CD-ROM. To this day, I still have the CD-ROM of that game, okay? I played the fuck out of it. Because back then when you had a game, that's what you did, right? You played it like 200 times. And this game, none of my friends knew of it unless I let them borrow it and play it. Over the years, I've mentioned this game to people online. So many of them had no idea what it was, had never seen it, never heard of it. Okay? And then in the last couple of years, there were people that are like, oh, yeah, that's that niche Russian game, blah, 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 blah. And they start telling me why it's good and cool. And I'd be like, you didn't fucking play it. You didn't play it. And I was like, why do people suddenly know about this game? Not a ton, but like enough when I'd never heard them know about it before. It's because one YouTuber did a video on it. That's it. A gaming channel did a video and was like, here's this game. They watched the video essay and now they're like, yes, I know a lot about it. And I'm like, oh, that's why. There's nothing wrong with the YouTuber making the video. The problem is the people then acting like they played the game. Some of them legit try to tell me they played it. So I'll ask them a question about it and they're like a question they should know the answer to. And they have no clue what I'm saying. And I'm like, well, you didn't fucking play it. You didn't fucking play it. You LARPing bitch. You know? And I think that's what's happening with Marathon right now is I think a lot of the people complaining like aren't even old enough to have played it. You know what I mean? Like you're not... Yeah, some people could play things later, but I just really don't think young people before the Halo Infinite discourse were going back and deciding to play OG Marathon just cause. There's probably like 10 people that did that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, I don't know who you people are or where you're coming from, but I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Not at all. I don't know. OG Marathon is, I think OG Marathon was cool, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good of a game to sit there and play. It was cool at the time, but it was basically just like Doom, the way a lot of shooters at that time were just like Doom. The textures and everything, the art was nothing special. It was so similar to a lot of other games at the time because they all were in the same limitations. Yeah, the execution was not great. I think what they wrote for the game was cool. What they wrote for the game was neat. The idea of the IP was really cool. But like it was a time period where you couldn't deliver your really cool game lore because you were so absolutely nerfed by what you could do on the hardware at the time, you know? So it was neat, but like, you know. Yeah, you play the game, it's a Doom clone. Kind of, yeah. So when I see people be like, oh, they ruined my marathon, I'm like, what are you saying? Like, it makes me think those people didn't play it, or they just spent like years thinking about the lore and not playing the game, and like the lore has become a separate entity from the OG game for them, you know? It's taken a new form in their brain. But yeah, I like what they're doing with it right now. Genuinely. I do. And I didn't even play the OG Marathon a ton. I played through it like one time. And I remember getting through it and being like, that was a pain in the ass. Like, cool writing, but that was a pain in the ass, and I didn't want to play it again. And then I went back and played, like, Fallout again. You know? Or, like, I probably opened up Icewind Dale for the 4th time or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. It was just all the games back then were clunky. That's the way it was. Just everything was clunky. And Doom was so good because it was one of the few that, like, wasn't that clunky. Wasn't too clunky. I don't know. Couldn't be that they liked the lore that was told to them and then they look forward to getting to experience it in modern times. Maybe, but I just prefer what they're doing with it right now. Genuinely. That's just me. You know? So the same kind of thing happening with the other game called Screamer. Yeah. I actually worked with them. I didn't take the sponsorship myself, but my company handed out sponsorships for Screamer. So I was looking at it. I was thinking of playing it myself. That one's brutal. It's a good game, but it's like a racing game where you also can like bump other cars out of the way. You can press like buttons to like shove other cars. So it's like, it's kind of like Derby-esque a little bit. That one's cool. I wanted to play that one. I really wanted to play that one. Glad Sponsor Bot's going strong. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I mean, I pretty much won't have much to say on it. No, like, major updates until I'm opening up the platform version for people. But that's all just going while we do our normal work. But the current like early version of everything is all going well. But there's just like not much to say about it. Yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? Boris' horns today? Yeah. He matches me, man. He matches me. The contracts. I think I would really like if Marathon worked on... See, what I want out of the PvE mode, which I don't know if we'll get, but what I want out of it is I would like for them to deliver the lore in-game more, like mid-gameplay more. You can't really do that when there's PvP existing. So all of the lore is given to you by these characters that try to give you the contracts. I would like to see them work the story and the writing into the gameplay just a little more. I think it would be good. I feel like they haven't done that too much because it's really easy to just like skip every cutscene, you know? Have them talk to each other when the match starts. Yeah. Well, I think something simple like the contract that you've taken on, if it's one of the main kind of storyline ones, when you are dropping in, if they have like more dialogue or like, you know, they radio into you. So let's say you drop on Dire Marsh, right? You drop in and there's a place you're supposed to go to get an item. I would like it if when you ran into that area, a voice comes in with a subtitle and it's the person calling you and being like, it's in this area, something, something, something. You know what I mean? Like just something flavor in there would be nice. It'd be cool. And maybe it could be something that you press a button for so it's not automatically playing, but like maybe while you're in that area, it shows a little emblem, and if you press it, then it plays the voice line. That way if you're in combat, you know, you're not getting like distracted because I think people get pissed. But just something. You're playing season 2 when it lands next week? Yeah, I said earlier we're playing with Bricky on Tuesday. I have to see which of my other friends even want to like go and play a lot of it. But it will be free week, so I'm going to get them to try it at the very least. We'll see. Oh, you missed all the context of Death Stranding because you didn't read. Actually, yeah, Death Stranding, I was going through and I was reading off stream a lot of the little like lore bits in the emails that they send you. And that was illuminating a lot of the story points for me, or like the gravity of things were different. So yeah, there's a free week. Yeah, starting Tuesday the 2nd, when they do the season 2 update, that week is going to be free for Marathon. So highly recommend. Personally, just saying, I think they should consider making the game partially free to play. Just saying, I think one of the reasons why it doesn't have like 20k people playing it at all times plus is because it's not a free game. And a lot of other shooters are free to play Rook only. well, that's the thing, right? They could do that. Or a price drop. Yeah, I think start of season price drop would be nice. Personally. Yeah, free to play is really common. I just think they couldn't really afford to do that. Genuinely. But yeah, I think they should do I don't think they can swap to full free to play right now. But I think maybe when they get more content, my thought is build out the game, make a bunch of content, and then as you make more content, make the earlier content free to play. Right? Let people go in, but they can only take just so many contracts before now they have to buy the game. They can just keep playing free, but like you can't get the upgrades and things past a certain point. Something like that. I don't know. Or yeah, up to level 25, right? Like before cryo, exactly. Like just do it up to a certain point. Something like that. But they've got to do something, I think, to get people in. I think the free week is a really good idea to start, though. The free week is good, and we'll see what happens from there. But I think, yeah, maybe up to a certain point. but then you can't do cryo. You know, many people would buy it just to do cryo because they'd see like footage from it and be like, oh my God, I want to do it. And then they purchase the game. I don't know. Yeah, up to the cutscene. Uh-huh. The map is genuinely so good. Cryo's map is so good. I cannot praise it enough. And like when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's just a circle. You just rotate around the ring, but like it's so well done. It's so well done. But I don't know. We'll see how the free week goes. Hopefully it'll be good. I'm rooting for the game. We'll see. Anyway, let's look over some offerings before we play something else. Let me open this up. Because we have like all the ones from the last month and a bit that I want to go over today. There are a lot of them. There are there's like 40 offerings or something. So I'm going to go through them a little quickly. And I will say there are a bunch that we pruned out. Not a ton, but there are like some that we pruned out because there are just so many offerings now. So yeah, just be aware that if yours is not in here, this is not LOL I hate you, this is just there were too many. There were too many. You know? Okay, let me do this. Let me get this over here. If you're not familiar with the offerings and what they are and what this means, this is just a way for the community to do stuff that they can show me that I can look at on stream. And then you also get points. It factors into your points for yourself and for your faction for the end of the month, which today is the last day of this month. So after today, that is all done. So make sure you do your dailies if you didn't, because the last month, the end of April, the faction that won was like only 100 points above the other one, which is like a really tiny gap. Really tiny. There are the points right there. It's pretty close, actually. It's pretty close for second and third. Undead is like a bit ahead, but that's not a gap that can't just be closed by offerings and a fuck ton dailies. Participation in the Discord and like our events and things also gets you points. So just don't forget that you can farm that shit. Low key, you can farm that shit. Okay, so a lot of the ones that we're going to check, this starts from the tip-to-tip era, when I watched tip-to-tip last month. So a lot of the early offerings are probably, maybe, I'm not sure, going to be related to tip-to-tip. So that's when we're starting, thinking back on that. Okay. All right, let's see, first one. This is Sakura trying to make, are you trying to make emotes? Or just memes? Oh, man, I missed tip to tip already, man. I miss it. I miss it. Oh yeah, these are all you made the haggled emote. How does it look for real on 7TV? Let me see. Hold on, I gotta scroll up to this. I scroll up to it so I can pull your link. It's interesting as hell, I'll say, when it's small. It's actually on 7TV. Oh, that's funny. Pretty good. Not bad. I think the haggling scenes were my favorite too. Not bad, Sakura. Simple meme, simple emote. I'll give you 40 points for him. 40 points to Sakura. Thank you. Next. Tank Commander. Oh, new skin. New skin. This makes me think of from Paper Mario. General guy. The Shy Guy General. He had one of the best OSTs. So good. So good. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's do... I'll give 110 points. 110. I was thinking more Advance Wars. Oh, I never played the remake of it. Or like I opened it and played a little bit, but I never got to play through it. I played old Advance Wars so many times. Realized this was the Geega art corner, so here's a sketch-ish. I wouldn't say the corner, it's just a place you can drop stuff, but we also do have a general art chat if you're like not trying to get this shown on stream specifically. But I do accept doodles and unfinished things in offerings as well. I like it. I like it. It's us with Matawa. It's us with Matawa. Dude, I know the background is just some like simple lines, but even doing that, trying to get things to line up in perspective makes me want to throw up. I commend you. The person that did the background, I commend you. Because I look at that and I'm like, it'd take me way too long. Thank you. I'm going to say, it's not color. Let's do 90 points for this one. Last one was full color and give it 110. Do 90 points. Thank you. This is from when I did Mouse PI. Cheese alert. You know the thing that was in my mouth that looked like a cigar on this model was actually just a cheese stick. It was just a cheese stick. Cheese alert detected. I'm going to try to find an excuse to use the model again. I really liked this one. I feel like it didn't fit with any of the games that I played after that. So I was like, maybe not the right time to pull it out. But I really like this model, man. Came out real good. I like this art. I'm going to give this Meowsers, let's give this one 90 as well. 90 points. 90 points. Use it for a detective time game. I could use it if I continue Lorelei. I could. At some point I want to play later Alligator. From Tarkus. This was in reference to my unboxing outfit for the why does this look like a Baki panel? On the left it looks like I'm in Baki. That's good. I like the face on the bottom right too. Look at that face. Goes hard. Goes hard. I like it. Let's do how about we'll do 90 for this one too. We'll do 90. I really like the outfit, man. Even though it's simple, it's just like a Muay Thai / boxing / MMA kind of fit. I really like it. I'll do nothing like cracking open a cold stream with the boss to start the day. You read through me as the... I like this art. The art came out real good. That came out real good. I like this. All we read through was this, though. Everything else is just the actual can. Then you put duh on it. Duh, boss. We'll do 75. We'll do 75. It came out really good, though. I like the shading a lot. I like that it's literally only shading. Next. Ooh, duh fit. Duh fit. Speed paint. Speed paint. Draw the rest of the owl. Wait for it. Here it comes. Draw the rest of the owl. How I feel when I look at speed paints. Came out very nice. Came out very nice. I like it. I wanted to do, we thought about putting this outfit on me, like for real as a model. And if we did, I was gonna have this sort of thing. The cover up that you put on, the robe that you put on while you're walking into the ring. We were gonna do it. It was gonna be black with like white edges. But then I didn't want to do it on the model because I was like, I have so much shit in the pipeline. Like I actually can't. I can't take them off of everything they're working on and be like, oh, actually I need a boxing fit real fast because I have a merch drop. It just didn't make financial sense either, like to do all that just for that. So if I use this fit for something in the future again, maybe, but yeah, it would have been crazy at the time. But I like it. It came out good. I'm going to give this 120. 120. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Eppa. Does Geega is evil? No way. No way. Were you actually going to give yourself hella abs? Sounds hard to draw. There's already stuff on the existing one. I just don't like it ultra defined because after a certain point, it starts to look stupid, you know? I was like, what is this supposed to be? And then I read the caption, Geegaphobia. I went for a Faustian deal plus Slenderman, the 8 pages vibe. It's because we keep talking about Geegaphobia the past month. All right, this is 1 of 2 and then 2 of 2. Okay, they were trying to do it digital, but they were mostly doing it sketch first. we were talking about, like, can we make a Geegaphobia emote? Like, if we draft it, what would it look like? And everyone's been trying to come up with it, and it's been really hard to encompass what Geegaphobia is. That's all I got. I like it. It's a good concept. It's a good concept. I'll give you, we'll do 75 points for this one. We'll do 75. Thank you. Thank you. Here's another one, another concept. My submission for the Geegaphobia emote. Okay, so there's one that's like a static GIF and then one that's just, or not a static PNG. Then there's one that's a GIF where they look back and just look normal. This is good. I like this. I like this. Let's give you, we'll do 75 on this one too. We'll do 75. Not a bad submission. Not bad. Ooh, wait. I've overcome my Geegaphobia to make this emote. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Yeah. I like this. Always looming. I like this one. Not bad, man. Not bad. I think this one's good because it's just like me trying to sit there smiling. And you could imagine that all the other stuff is imagined by somebody. It's not actually there, or is it? Right? I like the stance too. The wide body dude goes crazy. With the arms out. I like it, man. I like it. I'm giving this one 80. I'm giving this one 80. Big contender. Ooh, I think I retweeted this one on Twitter. They didn't say anything. They just posted it and said #Geegard. That was it. It's pretty good. I commend you for drawing all these outfits because people usually cry. People think about drawing a lot of my outfits and they just like break down. I've had artist friends not tell me that they're drawing me or anything. They come to me after they've been trying for a while and they don't send me anything. They just message me and go, I'm so sorry. I was trying to draw you and I don't think I can do it anymore. I'm so sad, but it was killing me. I will come back to it. And they usually eventually do it, but like they always have a breakdown. They always cry. They always cry a little. It's the ones that aren't good at drawing armor because I always have like metal bits. Or this fit doesn't really have tons of metal, but then I got scales and shit, and they're like, why do you have like snake arms? You know? Or they have to draw these. They have to draw these. When the snakes come out, that shit is like, oh no. They start crying, man. You don't have to draw the snakes. You can draw the non-snake version, though, the phase 1. You can always simplify. You can. But I like this. It came out real good. It came out real good. I commend you for drawing all of them. Also, this is, I will say, they did simplify stuff. There are details that they took out, but it's not in any, like, bad or unfaithful way. You know what I mean? Like, it's simplified for the art style, and it came out really good. So you don't have to make every line exist. You don't have to. But yeah, I like this. Thank you for drawing the Monster Hunter outfit too. A lot of people don't draw that one as much because they're like, they look at the fact that you have to draw fur and armor texture and leather texture and they're like, oh god. You know, they don't even try. But once people try it, they're like, oh, it's not so bad. It's just shiny. But yeah, thank you. I like it. I appreciate it. I like the posing too. Let's give this. It's like 3 different ones. It's a lot of drawing. I'm gonna say we'll give this 200 points. 200 points. Thank you for this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It came out cool. Ooh, another of the snakes from Avalon. The snakes. I will bother you about one detail, but before I do that, this came out good. I like the style. It's cute. However, my left hand is never exposed. In fact, my left hand doesn't look normal, which is why it's always covered, except on this fit, where it's all fucked up. You're not allowed to draw my left hand bare, ever. So I must kill you, so I'm going to give you 130 points. However, minus 50 for drawing the left hand. How dare. Minus 50 for heresy. Take that. Next. Ooh. Oh. Whoa, hold on. Hold on, let me find this. It's on 7TB. Hold on. Hold on. I'm just getting Borpa. I need the link to it. Send me the link. And we'll be able to add it. This is pretty good. He hitting that shit, man. He hitting that shit. I like that. Let's do... God, it's annoying animating stuff. It's a lot of drawing. Let's do... I'll give you 100 points. 100 points for him. Thank you, Liz. She covers the left hand because she has 6 fingers in there. No, it's because it's my roleplay only cursed demon arm. I need it for cool roleplay. I'm dark and twisted. Freaky Friday. Oh my god. Oh, you did the outfit swaps. Oh, I'm Candy. You did it with Girls Up C. Dog Whirls. Dog Whirls. I like how you put Twin in there like she's in it. But she's just kind of like their mascot in a way. You know what I mean? Like, isn't she just an art/rig? Like, not actually a member. I like it. It's cute. It's cute. Let's do I like the way you drew Mint. Let's do, how about, we'll do 90 points for it. We'll do 90 points. Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is nice, okay? When I talk about offerings, this, now that's an offering, okay? This is good. This is your drawing, your artistic representation of gigaphobia. This is real nice. Thank you for the raid comment. This is real good. I don't even know what to say about it. This is it, man. This is real nice. I'm gonna give this 120 points because I like this so much. I like this. Solid, no complaints. Boxing poster footage, Genwo. You changed my fit. But I like it. I like the colors. You know, I realized that so many of my fits, I just like don't wear blue, but my main fit, I wear blue. I gotta bring the blue back, man. But everyone keeps drawing me in like black and red, which I also really like. With like yellow accents. That seems to be the color scheme. But I also like blue. I don't know. You can't put it all in one outfit, you know? I gotta switch it up. I gotta change it up. But I like it. I like it. I like the Boris belt. The Boris belt goes fucking crazy. It goes crazy. I'm gonna give this, so let's do 140. Let's do 140. Thank you, Lynn. I like it. Oh! New fit for Boris just dropped. Be yourself. Hold on, let me get it. Hold on, let me grab the, let me grab it and save it. I'll put it on him. Save image. Boris suit. Save. Oh yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let me get him. Hold on. We gotta take off this fit. Put on his normal fit. Okay. Okay. And then we're gonna go and we're gonna put this on him. It's gonna be huge. One sec. Hold on, I gotta enhance. Enhance! Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Hot Boris summer, am I right? Oh yeah. Like a glove, dude. Like a glove. That's good. Put that in the folder. Oh yeah. Be yourself. It fits him so well. It's so good on him. I like it. I like it. Lynn, I'm giving this shit 90 points. I'm giving this shit 90 points. Thank you. Ooh. Gigaphobia, I got a guy for that. Brother, what the fuck is this art? This is fucked up. I like this. I like it. It's really fucked up. It's me with a million teeth. Upside down, an orb being held like Atlas. By Atlas Boris. Okay. And then the mobs are doing whatever the fuck in the front. And they look horrifying. This is really good. Like, the vibes of this are insanely good. This is someone's, like, weird shower thought that they were like, I'm drawing that shit no matter what. This came out good. I like this. It's a few layers deep. There's some, like, deep lore you gotta know to understand this. It's good. It's good. I'm giving this 80 points. 80 points. Thank you. Not too many points because it's a little horrifying, but, you know, you're getting 80. Oh, Golden Week. Golden Week. Wait, did you post the part 2 here? No, you didn't. Dude, Fish posted this and was like, it's for Golden Week, and then said armor off in the replies, and it's genuinely, like, it's so fucking good. It's really funny. Part 2, legendary. Go look at it, is what I'll say. Go look at it. Actually incredible. And so many people click. They're like, what? And it's so good. I won't show it. I'm gonna make you go look for yourself. It's actually legendary. Link? Yeah, the one in the Discord. Go find it. Go find it. Go to Fish's Twitter. This is me shilling Fish's Twitter. Anyway, I love this art. I love this art. So good. So good. I'm gonna say we'll give this 150 points. 150 points. And then for the part 2 that you can see if you go to Twitter, it's really good. We'll give an additional 50. So we get 200. 200 total. Thank you. Thank you. Came out good. I like this fit. I need to wear this fit more. What the hell is this? Managed to salvage a failed offering and draw this. It's like, what, scenes from the fight? You know, I gotta say, I will say this is slightly heretical because it does imply that I got hit at all, which we all know wouldn't happen. We just all know that canonically that's not true. So I will give you 80 points, but I'm gonna take away 40. I'm gonna take away 40. I don't bleed. It's true. It's true. No blood in my body. Ooh. Geega mentioned that she liked the Palico outfit from Monster Hunter Stories 3. Got screenshots of the backgrounds of my photography tour. Ooh. Wait, that's your actual photography tour? Look at this. Look at this. I really, really, really like the fit. I'll move so you can see the one on the right. This is the fit that it's in reference to. I really, really, really like Monster Hunter Stories 3. Okay, the game is amazingly good. That aside, holy shit, the outfits are so good for your Palico. They're like insane. Aside from the quality of the game, just the little outfits are insanely good. So, highly recommend you play it. I like how you made me look like insane. I look crazy. It's so good. I like this. I like this. I want more fits for my chibi model. I already have 2. I have my main fit and the space fit. I feel like it's overkill to get another one, but I kind of want more. Not gonna lie. Anyway, this came out really good. Thank you for this. I'm going to give you 100 points. I'm gonna give you 100 points. Also, play Monster Hunter Stories 3. Aren't you only a mid-boss? You just don't get it, dude. You just don't get it. Ooh, this... Oh, I was gonna say this reminds me of someone's art style, but I can't remember the artist's name. Not that the style is the same, but like they always draw the eyes like this, where you see like a lot of the lower sclera, and then it gives a lot of them this like... I don't want to say tired look, not tired. But it gives it this like darker tone. I can't remember the artist's name. But they've done a lot of different like mangas. What is their name? I don't remember their name. I don't know, but I can picture their shit. Crow's feet, not at all what the fuck I'm talking about. I said sclera. They didn't draw this like that. I like that it's a nod to the the Inquisitor fit too, because of the hairstyle. And all they did was draw like one line here. But yet you know which fit it is. You know what I mean? Just from like this one line, and the hair's slightly different. The one-shot version of Komi-san. Oh yeah, that artist too. Not who I was thinking of, but yeah, they're also someone that kind of like does eyes like that, where they it always looks like heavy lidded a little bit, right? Like the top lid is a little lower and the bottom lid is a little lower, but the eye position isn't normal, like the biological eyeball. And then it gives it this vibe that's nice. It's almost like bored eyes, but not exactly, you know, because it's not like a flat line. There's a few artists that like they just kind of trend toward doing that, and I always liked that. But yeah, it reminds me of that. I like it. I like it. Let's give you, let's do 80. 80 points. Thank you. Ooh, we got the poses. We got the poses. I like this. I like this. I always wanted to do more, like when I get character sheets, have a bunch of like fighting poses drawn, because then it feels almost like, you know, old charts that would show you combos from old fighting games. Back when guides were like that, where they just take screenshots of like the different frames, and they'd be like, on this frame, press this. You know what I mean? I always wanted to do that, but it's very expensive to just add that just for the reference sheet. So I've always avoided doing too much of it, but I really should. At least once. At least once. Seeing Dudley references. Yeah, I specifically mentioned Dudley and Street Fighter when we were working on this drop and this outfit. I was like, I want this to be a cross between XYZ, and I had like 5 different things, and Dudley was on there. And I was like, think of the like combos that he does and everything. Like, I wanted that to be kind of the vibe. A mix between that and some like grappler characters as well. But yeah, it came out cool. I like this. I like this. I'm gonna give you Let's do 200 points. This is a lot to draw. A lot of different poses, even if the art is simple. Getting the poses right like this is tough. No, and I never knew you were that deep into fighting games. I was a long time ago. I wouldn't say I am right now. Like, I'm not actively playing any of the newer ones. I just watch people play them nowadays. Because I think about labbing and I want to die. All right, I'm not going to lie. I think about labbing and I'm like, I don't have that in me. I don't want to. I'd rather just watch this. You know? Yeah, I don't have the time. I could do it if I, like, didn't play other games, but there's no way. I'm not going to stream it. I'm not stream yourself labbing. All right, mob PSA Geegaphobia is the rational fear of Geega, who is very evil and powerful. Here are other... Okay, these are other versions. Gyneclophobia, the fear of crowds or packed places because Geega might be hiding in them. Geegoraphobia. Geegagoraphobia. The fear of the outdoors because that's where Geega is. So true, so true. If you have one of these, go see your doctor. Real and true, real and true. I like this. I like this. It's like a proper PSA poster too. I'm gonna say, we'll do 80 points for this one too. We'll do 80. I like this. I like this. Good meme. Ooh, wait, I like the left one because I love this painting. This is one of my favorite paintings. That's Geegaphobia. That's an emote. Oh, that's good. That's straight up one of my favorite paintings on the left. You've all seen that one, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you've all seen it. I remember people started using that painting as a meme a while back. And I was laughing because I was like, finally, we're seeing it all over the place. Edward Munch. Oh, it's so good. I do like the rendition on the right too, though, because I feel like as an emote, it shows up well because it's like crispy lines and everything. But yeah, the one on the left, dude, fucking classic. I love this. Static will give you. It's so simple, so I can't give a lot of points because it's not like you drew it. I'll give you 45. 45 points. But it's good. It's beautiful. Ooh, bore hard, man. Is it Die Hard, man? Dude, I can't wait to play more Death Stranding, not gonna lie. Like, I put it down for a little bit so we could get into Vintage Story. But I've been wanting to get back to it because, like, I love weird Kojima shit, man. I love it so much. Bore hard, man. Sometimes I think about it. I said this to a friend. I was like, man, you know, when I play games like Death Stranding, I'm like, I feel like I should have named myself some stupid shit like Die Hard, man. Right? I was like, why didn't I just name myself that? And then my friend looked at me and she said, but you do have a name like that. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, what the fuck is Geega? And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I broke down in tears instantly. Oh my God. It's the reality of my world weighed upon me. I was like, oh no. Oh no. She was like, it means big, like Giga. And I was like, fuck. You're right. Shit. Anyway, you know, you learn to live with it. Live and learn, brother, as they say. As they say. Turn it into an acronym. I'll only turn it into an acronym if Kojima himself makes the acronym. Anyway, yeah, this is it was a big realization for me. It was a big moment in my life. I like this. Let's give this we're gonna do 90. Let's do 90 points for Bore Hard Man. I requested this long Boris. I did. I don't remember the context, but I remember just turning to chat and being like, what if he was long though? And I like that you made him long, but you kept his pants really short. His knees are still covered by his jacket. It's really cursed. It's so tall. This is good. This is good. I have no complaints. I have no complaints. 90 points. 90 points. Giga Hunter vs. Kaiju Zen. Alright. Alright. I like that this is styled after like a Monster Hunter poster. Okay, really good. How they always put the hunter in the front. I gotta move Boris so you can see it. Okay, however, all it is like Zen's ass. She's like turned around and she's like, yeah, she's like wide duck ass. I was like, cause she's like mid-turn. I would kill her on the spot for that. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I will say for the art itself, 100 minus 40 for drawing wide Zen ass, even if dragonized. Next. This is from what I was DMing Kumi about feet. Look, I asked chat a simple question. Someone said Kumi would know. And I said, all right. You know, all right. And that was it. And you know what? She was like terrified DMing me back. Like, she was, it was a lot for her. I'll just say that. It was a lot. I hate your art style Smashy. I hate it. I love it and I hate it. We'll do... I'm giving you 100 points and I'm taking away 20 for the horror of looking at it. Thank you. Thank you. As always. Ooh! From Kana. A contribution to the offerings. Yeah, I just like this fit a lot. People always change up my weapons, though. You notice how, like, they always give me swords. They always give me swords. Yet this fit that I'm wearing right now is the only one that has a sword. Whips are hard to draw. Honestly, yeah, trying to work it into the art is like, it's a lot. It's a lot. They do it with my main fit, too, which doesn't even have a weapon. What is your weapon? My main fit, punch, and claw. Like, that's it. Main fit, I literally have, like, a cursed demon arm and a giant claw arm. Like fucking nightmare, you know? There is no weapon for the main fit. That's just what it is. I just use my hands. And then this one, the Inquisitor one, has a whip and a gun. And then the Yokai one that I'm wearing right now has this sword. The Monster Hunter one actually has a switch axe. It's on the ref sheet. We drew a switch axe for that. Because I do like big, like comically big weapon. Warlock has rapier. It does. It does, yeah. It's nowhere but one merch item where it was drawn. It was only drawn on one merch item. I'll say the new one is gonna change. The new version of that will have something different. Yeah, I think that's it, right? I think that's it for all the weapons. But yeah, there actually is no sword on any of these. So I like watching people draw it because then they always get to design a new weapon to like kind of match the fit. So I like when they add it. Oh yeah, Templar has the censer. The censer is like a giant flail. I like that one a lot. Always felt like the general outfit would have like a big fuck off axe. No, it's just claw hands. It's just claw hands. What I should do is that's what I should do is I should get a ref sheet drawn that isn't like individualized as in hey, here's this outfit and the poses I would do just for this fit. Right here are the frames if this were in a fighting game. I should just get one that has rows for each. And I just post them all at once and I go, here's the differences between the fits. And it's the fits as told in the form of fighting game poses. I should do it like that. I will cook on this. I will cook on this. I gotta find someone who's good at drawing those types of poses though. It's actually when I ask artists to draw for me and I'm like, hey, I like dynamic poses like this, a lot of the time they're like, can I do a portrait instead? So I gotta find someone who's not gonna make me pay them like $7,000 to get that drawn, because it could get a little crazy. Because they make you pay like a pain and suffering fee, because it does take them like more time to to do those kinds of poses and get them right, you know. So I gotta find someone who's good at it to begin with and likes doing that kind of stuff, so I don't kill them. I love this poster though. I like it. I like the stance. I like the overall vibe. I really wanted to get. There was a merch item I was working on that we ended up changing the vibe for the poster, but we were gonna do one poster where it was kind of like, you ever see the cover of like a JRPG or any game where they have like multiple faces posed outwardly? A lot of JRPG cover art like has that type of stylization. We had something being worked on that was like that, and this kind of reminds me of that, sort of the direction it's going. I like it a lot. Let's do 150 points. Let's do 150 points. Geega as Vandal from Marathon. Do you see the vision? I would wear the fit. I just don't want the stupid fuck ass hair. I just don't want the dumb fuck ass hair. Other than that, I could see it. I would do a skin that's like a Marathon shell, dude. I would do it. Ooh, pixel art I made with a 4-color palette. Look at that. Look at that. This came out real nice. This came out real good. It's really hard working with limited palettes like that. Yeah, sword again. I'm telling you, people they just always do sword. I don't have a sword on this foot, but I also don't mind it. I don't mind it because it looks cool. I like it, man. I like that they drew it with a little undead mascot too. It looks super cute. I wanted specifically with the mascots, I wanted them to all be designed in a way where they'd come across really well in pixel art. So if we ever make games in the future, like they just translate over, you know? So I like seeing them in that. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's do... How about 140? I really like this. 140 points. Thank you, Lance. Personality-wise, you're more like Recon. Yeah, I think I would want a cringe fit like Assassin, like with full face paint like that. If I was doing like a marathon themed thing, I'd want to go full edgelord cringe guy. I do play Assassin a lot. I play Assassin and Recon the most, so if I had a marathon fit, I want to go full cringe. Because I love it. Ooh, from Sleep. Sleep is someone who's been drawing me a lot for a long time. So every time I like see a thing pop up on my art tag, I see it and I'm like, I don't even check the username. I go, oh, Sleep drew that. It came out good. I want to say I really like that they drew my little snake here, but then the big snakes like reference them by, instead of them coming out of me here, there's just one giant one in the background looming with like the eye looking down on you. I really like that. I really, really, really like the way they did it. It came out nice. I like that they drew my hands properly gross. Yeah, my nails are like disgusting because my arms are all fucked up. Look at this. They're like scaled. They're scaled. And I got like weird bits on my arm, you know? So I like that they got the details down, man. They got the details down. Yeah, those are my poop nails. My poop nails. Which is why I don't bite my nails. Unlike you guys, poop eaters. But it looks good, man. It looks good. I like it. I like it a lot. They got a lot of the details down, too. I always feel bad when people try to draw this and then they realize that the torso is like this. And they're like, wait a minute. What do you mean that shit's like hollow? That's another thing I've had friends message me about. They're like, yo, I was trying to draw that fit. Can I ask you a lot of questions about what's going on there? Because they want to get it right. And then they're like, wait a minute. They start zooming in on the ref sheet. They're like, wait, what's happening? Because Because it just looks like it's glowing at first, then they zoom and they're like, oh my god, it's like a lava lamp. That's what they all say. They're like, is that a lava lamp? Oh my god. It's so good. I wanted to make more parts like moving, but then I was like, that's too much. What's the lore behind the disease nails? It's not disease, it's like, it's more like the other half of my body has become more snake-like, and that hand is just like not as far along. So the hand still looks kind of normal, but like the nails have started scaling. It started with the claws kind of thing. Like the arm kind of is there. I just wanted one side to be like more snake-like and the other side to be less snake-like. So it looks unbalanced on purpose. That was the goal. Neo 2 gameplay win. Ooh, I would love to go back and play Neo 2. 3 was so good though. Actually, I'm thinking of just like new game plusing 3. Like 4 times in a row. At some point when I don't have too many things to play off stream, I'm gonna go fucking crazy on it. But I like to leave time in between when I new game plus stuff. I don't like to play it like back to back. I'm doing the same with Pragmata. I was gonna go back and play Pragmata again for new game plus, but like I like to give a buffer. I like doing it maybe like 6 months after or a bit longer usually. I like this art though. It came out so good. It makes me want to play Neo again. Let's do, how about, 180. I like it a lot. 180. Hope we get some DLC. I hope so too. I can't say anything about anything because I know everything that Koei Tecmo's gonna do or not gonna do. That's all I'll say. Fish. Inspired by the cat mirror meme. It's all a matter of angle. Never mind. This is the one where the cat looks evil and then down here it looks like really cute, or vice versa, and then this one's just both evil. I like this art, man. It came out really good. I like the OG meme too. It's one of the really good recent ones. I like it. I like it. Let's do I like the stylization. I like the red lighting. 180. 180. Is that a sword or glass? It's glass because it's a mirror. Glass. Hold on, we have to listen to him. Hold on. Glass. Glass. Yeah, we need a soundboard. Glass. Oh, yeah. Akiragawa's study. Which face? This face? This one's good. I like this. I like this. Pretty nice, pretty evil. Pretty evil. I like this art a lot. I like this art a lot. We're gonna do how about I'll do, you know what? I'm also giving this one a 180. Also giving it 180. Akiragawa did like it on Twitter. Really? Wait, that's so good. That's so good. You got the like, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Tempest said, I really love your Death Stranding Let's Play. Is there any plan to continue it? This guy wasn't watching the stream. Someone inform him. Oh god, it's me and May talking about cereal. So like, my favorite kind of cereal, I really like the honeycombs. That's like, so what I do is I get the honeycombs. I get them from Walmart. I don't get the brand name. I get the regular honeycombs. I get them from Walmart. And then I take them, dude, this bit. May and I could just kill somebody, just like verbally. Like we just sit there and talk until someone actually passes away. Like they just die from being upset. Because we just, I don't know what it is. We just feed off of each other horribly. I love it. I love torturing people with May. Pretty good. I also like that we're all stylized as our peak guys. Not gonna lie, kind of want a peak model. Kind of want to message the guys and be like, am I allowed to just make a 3D model that looks exactly like your characters and put my hair on it and use it? Can I get firms? Can I get firms, bro? Maybe. It is their IP, though. I wouldn't do it without asking. I really like when people do models where it's like copying a style of something, but I'm always a little wary. Because it's not a problem until they complain. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they're like, because it feels like a ripped asset, you know? So I would not do that without asking. But knowing them, I feel like they would be chill. We'll see. I liked their new game a lot. Ty, I'm gonna give you... We'll do 120. 120. Banger meme. Banger meme. Ooh, from Zoingo. Been far too long since I've made an offering. I've been meaning to tackle this one for a while. Monster Hunter Geega as a Minecraft skin. Ooh, I like this. I haven't used a new skin in a while. I change it up every time I get a new Block Wars skin. But yeah, I pretty much use, I think Zoingo made it. I don't remember if you made it or someone else did, but I have like an Inquisitor one that I use a lot because I feel like it translates well to Minecraft. My main fit is really hard to make it to an MC skin. But yeah, that's the one I've been using. I like this. I like this. I'm going to use it. Thank you. I do still play a lot of Minecraft. I might do a server sometime soon with some friends with aeronautics while I work on the other one. Might do that. Just to start up like something small for a little bit, you know? Maybe after Vintage Story's dead and then there's like a time period. It'd be nice. Because the cape skirt bits, it's just hard to simplify that outfit onto something blocky. I like it, Zoingo. Oops, I clicked. I'm gonna say, since it's something usable, 180. 180. Thank you very much. One more Dancing Boris song by Oshi Mega Man. Volume warning. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That shit loud as fuck. That's okay because my BGM was just like a Katamari song where a dude was just going crazy on a whistle. So that's fine. All right. Oh yeah. Dude, live on TikTok right now. Live on TikTok, dude. They go, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, I really like that. I really like that. I see the vision. I see the vision, and you know, I gotta say, if I was streaming on TikTok, that would probably be it. This would actually just be it. It's even funnier when you stop the video. Oh, that's good. I like that. I like that. Hi, Sin. Sin, we should play more games. Do you play? You don't play Marathon, do you? I'm trying to coax people into playing Marathon with me next week while it's free. Dude, I love this though. Butler Boy, spelled with 2 T's. Liz, this is awesome. I'm gonna give you, fuck, how much? You did a whole ass animation. You did a whole ass animation. We're doing 200. We're doing 200 points. Love to try it. Definitely down. Yeah, if you like the classic Bungie type gunplay, it's good. And it doesn't waste your time like Tarkov, where you have so much gear fear and you take like 40 minutes to get through a round because you're hiding. You can just play it like Apex where you just kind of run in, and if you lose stuff, okay, go free kit next time, you know? It's like I didn't like a lot of older extraction shooters because of the... I don't know, it just doesn't respect your time, right? But Marathon is not that at all, so I've been really liking it. Genuinely. Oh, that was the last one. Well, Thank you, everybody who offered stuff in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Claps for all of them. Claps for all of them. Good shit for May. Points are now in. I gotta say, look above my head. Undead are kind of gapping you guys still. Maybe even a little harder now. Sorry, guys, but you might be getting fucked. Undead is at 43,000. You still have, you know, the rest of the day, but said I can't wait for Night March. That shit will make me crap my pants. Oh, in Marathon? Yeah, they're gonna make the game even darker and even scarier, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited for it. And yeah, I agree with you when you said I have less gear fear in Marathon than I did in even Arc. Yeah. They really tried to make the genre without the issues of the genre. You know what I mean? So, it's fun as hell. All right, I want a game. What I wanted to do was, I don't know if I want to do it today or start it Wednesday, so I'll let you guys vote. I could either continue Death Stranding today and then do a little vintage later if I feel like it, or just do some vintage story for today, and then on Wednesday we go back and we continue Death Stranding. So you tell me. I'm gonna run a poll. You tell me which vintage story or Death Stranding. If we don't do Death Stranding today, we are returning to continuing it Wednesday no matter what. So it's just, do you want that today or do you just want to see more vintage story? We're at, for vintage, we're at airboats. We're making the airboat. We're like up to that. So we're very close to like dropping bombs on people on the server. That's what's going on with that. But yeah, you tell me what you want. I know not your game, but 007, if you're a fan, is better than the last 3 films. What do you mean not your game? I literally have it on my list to play. We're gonna do it. You can't avoid it. We're gonna do it. I just have to, I want to finish Death Stranding first. The vote swung on airship news. Yeah, that's the thing, is it is kind of important that we're gonna do that like today or tomorrow, so. You know. Also, 007 definitely my game, because remember when we did an arc and we played all of Mafia, and then we went through and did Sleeping Dogs? That's our shit here, okay? That's definitely our shit. You make airships and vintage story. We have a mod for it.
Air tribe no type shit.
Air tribe. Yeah, you know, the water tribe is about to become the air tribe, the air nation. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. And the Hitman devs. I'm like, you know, not to brag, but I'm one of the few Twitter accounts that the Hitman account follows and I can DM. So I just sometimes just send shit to whichever intern runs the Hitman account. I'm pretty sure it's actually one of the devs. I just send them stupid stuff. I was trying to get them. I was like, would you ever put me as a poster in the game? They were like, wait a minute. Didn't they retweet art of you as 47? They absolutely did. They absolutely did. Yeah, I'm friends with John Hitman. Nah, I really like that game. I do. Vintage Story 1. Okay.